Time to unleash the champions.
Now the crowds are really going. We got a ball game, folks.
That's the old intro.
You're tuned in to home of Cascade Champions football.
Let's say
WZNG
football.
Shelbyville, the Zinger
Oh, no.
100.9 and AM 1400. The champion
Playing
marching
football.
band is playing.
Uh-oh.
The teams are warmed up.
Who's there tonight?
And we're almost set for the opening
Phyllis,
kickoff.
I guess. Oh. All right.
Let's send it down to the field live. Here's Brandon Crosland and Noah Maddox.
Did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes?
Cascade.
A core group of girls that bought in, that trusted me, that believed in me, and knew that I loved them. You can see that these girls are really wanting the best for this program, and that's all that I've ever wanted for them.
Time to unleash the Lady Champions. You're tuned into the radio home of Cascade Lady Champions Basketball, WZNG Shelbyville, the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400. The student section is loud, the teams are warmed up, and we're almost set for the opening tip-off. Let's send it courtside live. Here's Brandon Crosland and Brian Cruz.
Man, I was almost setting the gears for football.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we're tuned in here on the Zinger 100.9, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the stable for another, well, this time it's more of a Christmas special, a Christmas showdown for your Cascade Lady Champions and Champions tonight, taking on the Lady Falcons and Falcons of Lincoln County. It's another Fayetteville matchup, but it's the other team over there. And we're glad you're joining us here on the Zinger 100.9 for live play-by-play coverage. And tonight we start with the Lady Falcons. They are 9-1 tonight, and that one loss is coming from Monday, December 5th, when they traveled to the Patch to play Coffee County. That was a loss, 19-60. Of course, that Lady Red Raider squad, they bring it.
They are
everywhere.
dominating.
Yes. And they've got the Gannon sisters as well and all that. But we're talking about the Lady Falcons. Their last three games, they had a win December 8th versus Moore County, 68-54. And Friday, December 2nd, they beat Giles County 73-44. So they currently sit 9-1, like we said, and it's against the 1-8 Cascade Lady Champions, fighting for a win, fighting for momentum, fighting for some sort of sign of life.
Yeah, Brandon, and it's going to be another tough matchup for our Lady Champions tonight. If you're looking out here on the floor right now, you see a big, strong, physical team from Lincoln County that's going to be matched up against, once again, just a very, very young team for Cascade. So these girls are going to have to play their best game tonight against Lincoln County.
And we hope they'll do just that. Quite the task ahead of them. Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9 is brought to you by First Bank, Curl Construction and Excavating LLC, Garrison Valley Farms, Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center, DNR Dumpsters, DNR Contractors, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, and by State Farm, Rob Gardner Agent. It's now time to head into our Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center keys to the game. Can't get out here without your car keys. Brian, what are the three we're looking at for the Lady Champions?
We're going to start tonight, Brandon, with communication. It's important for these girls to communicate tonight. If you'll watch basketball enough, you'll see that successful teams always are communicating on the floor. And if they do that, you've got to call out ball screens, call out shots, call out box outs. And then you got to do that so that you give yourselves a fighting chance. Two is, this is a very, very physical team from Lincoln County. We're going to have to box out, cause them to get in foul trouble. That will give us a chance to stay in this game. Play very physical yourself, but box out, make them foul you. And number three, get back on defense. If this team gets a lead, they're going to try to play run and gun, and we're going to have to get back on defense or this score could get out of control early.
Thank you, Brian, for those keys to the game. Brought to you by Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time, and you take it to just them. They're at 219 Blackman Boulevard, Easton Wartrace. They're just the place. Cars is a proud sponsor of your Cascade Lady Champions and Champions on the Zinger. And yes, Brian, I take a look at these Lady Falcons, and past couple years, I did play-by-play for another team. They also played Lincoln County, was in their district, and so a lot of familiar names here on the girls' squad. You look at Petty, Bonner, Kate Cooper. There's a lot of memorable names on this list, as well as Maggie Franklin way down there.
Yeah,
number 30.
And expect big things out of number 34, Abby Bryan. She's a sophomore, 5'11" guard for Lincoln County. She will do a lot of things and do them well tonight, I suspect.
Well, folks, we'll take a 2-minute pause here and come back for more of the pregame, and also we'll get the starting five closer and closer. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Cascade Lady Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9. We'll be back in 2.
On game night, winning is everything. But at First Bank, we know life's big wins happen off the field. Like when you win that amazing heart, when you win your first classroom's respect, or when you win your employees' loyalty and find the home that wins their smiles. Life's big wins take a bank big on you. Join a team that helps you win not only on game day, but on days you never forget. First Bank, the official bank of TSSAA. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting the job done right on a major construction project takes experienced professionals, the kind you will find when you call Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Like your Cascade basketball squads, Curl hits the ground running while working to get the job done and beating the clock to meet your project deadline. Serving Middle Tennessee's construction and excavation needs for 25 years and still building. Make your project a slam dunk with Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Call 931-389-6996. CurlConstruction.com. Dig deep and plow, Champion Nation.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Are you planning that next big project and thinking how nice it would be if I had a dumpster right there on site? Then call DNR Dumpsters in Shelbyville. DNR Dumpsters provides quality and convenient dumpster rental service for commercial and residential applications. Roll-off dumpsters with prompt delivery, even next-day delivery and haulaway available. Call DNR Dumpsters at 931-684-1685. For more information, visit dnrdumpsters.com.
You're listening to the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400 WZNG Shelbyville, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champions basketball.
Back here from the stable tonight on the Zinger 100.9, your Cascade Lady Champions about to take on the 9-1 Lady Falcons of Lincoln County as they come here for the last game of the regular season before the Christmas tournaments, and they've got those coming up. There's a couple, well, 3 actually. One for the boys, one for the girls, and then one for the boys only. December 19th through the 21st, you can go see the guys at Riverdale for the Christmas Classic. The girls will be there December 27th through the 29th. And then in Athens, Alabama, December 28th through the 30th, there'll be the Christmas Classic for the boys only. And then we'll return on January 3rd, right where we left off, but this time we'll be on the road at their house. That's at Lincoln County, January 3rd on Tuesday. Brandon Crossan alongside Mr. Brian Cruz here in the pregame still for your Cascade Lady Champions. And we see Coach JD down there and also all the girls getting warmed up in their white home uniforms tonight. Lincoln County comes here to the stable in the road blues with the red trimming, Lincoln County in white. And that classic lady basketball look there with the lettering. I like that. It's the classic look, the lettering on the top and bottom of the number on the front.
Yeah, just they look like a basketball team out there, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
So, and I suspect that we're going to see a very, very good team in action tonight. Hopefully we'll take care of some of the things that have plagued us early on in this season, and we'll get some of those things right and just have a very competitive game of basketball for us to watch tonight. My
hope is that our girls have done some work here from now and then, that maybe tonight they will not only surprise this team but may even surprise themselves with how much there's been some improvement, hopefully.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is that we knew this coming into this season. We just got to stay focused and not get discouraged. A lot of these games, we've taken ourselves out of the competition early on in the games, especially in the first. Even earlier this week at Huntland, it was 11-1, you know, a lot of turnovers committed as early as the game got started. And, you know, tonight we've got to take care of the basketball and not give Lincoln County any more opportunities or any other possessions than what they're going to get. So hopefully we'll be able to be successful in that.
That's right. And Lincoln County traveling pretty well here tonight. A lot on our side, which is on the road end. And then for the Cascade side, very populated as well for the girls' game.
Brandon, I got one of my Cascade Junior Pro basketball players coming up here.
Hey, what's up?
This is Faith Shibiyama. Faith, you want to be on the radio? She's looking at me like,
are you crazy?
No, are you crazy? She didn't know what I was doing up here. Brandon, I get to coach Faith on my Junior Pro basketball team, and we'll be playing in the morning. Faith is a point guard for my team over there at Cascade, and I'm looking forward to our big game tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. Well, so you work with the Junior Pro.
Yes, sir.
Girls team?
We're in the gym, Brandon, as a family just about every night of the week. So we, Faith and my daughter Emery, my youngest daughter, are on a team together, and they'll be playing tomorrow morning over at Cascade Middle School. And then after that, we hope to go watch some of the Bedford County elementary teams play over at Liberty, as our Cascade elementary team will be facing off against Thomas Magnet School. So we're a basketball family. We enjoy it, and we're in the gym quite often this time of year.
I think she said hello.
All right, you want to say hello, Faith? You want to tell the radio
You said
listener
hello.
to say hello?
I heard you. Yeah, she said it. That's good enough.
Good deal. All right. Well, Faith, we're going to get busy here. You here to watch a little basketball?
Well, I'm not cheering for Cascade.
Oh, okay.
All right, folks. That's good stuff there as we get closer here to the starting five for both sides. See Coach DeMumbrium there at the press box. And we're glad you're tuned in with us here on the Zinger 100.9, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball, streaming live and around the world on WZNGradio.com. You can also download our free mobile app if you haven't done so already. If you haven't, where have you been? The Zinger 100.9, it's free, and it's on the App Store and Google Play. You can download that today, and not only can you hear games live, but you can also go to the on-demand section and listen to what we've got there on demand. Teams are putting up the warm-up balls.
The coaches have had their pregame meetings with the officials, and we're about to be rising to our feet for the playing of the national anthem. A big crowd again tonight, Brandon.
Yeah. Before we get into it, I want to thank the radio man here from Fayetteville being very courteous with us, exchanging information, and sought us out, and glad we were able to get him help as well.
Absolutely. We have 4 officials here. No, 3 officials on the floor now. I see that. I was confused. A couple of new faces wearing the official uniforms tonight.
All right, things are murmuring down, so we'll send it down here to the press table for the opening ceremonies. We'll probably send it a little too early there. You can like us on Facebook at the Zinger 100.9, by the way, and also Instagram, also the Zinger 100.9.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cascade High School for high school basketball. These games tonight are being played according to the rules of the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote sportsmanship, also by observing the rules of fair play. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility to keep this game the high level of sportsmanship. At this time, if you haven't already, rise to your feet, remove your hats, and join us in honoring America with the singing of the national anthem. Singing tonight's anthem is Cascade Junior Savannah Shooter.
So
Man, you love to hear it live.
Yeah, you do, Brandon. I mean, you know, we play it on tape every now and then, but when we get a chance to hear it live, it just kind of sends the chills down the spine.
There's nothing like America sung live and on location. Starting 5 coming up here for your, well, not for your, it's the Lincoln County Lady Falcons, and Brian has the start.
Number 3, Allie Bonner. Number 21, Riley Smith. Number 23, Brenna Stubblefield. Number 24, Molly Brown. And number 34, Abby Bryan. And now, your starting lineup for the Cascade Lady Champions. Starting tonight.
Lights are staying on this evening.
They are. Starting for the Lady Champions, wearing number 2, freshman Kagan Young. Number 5, sophomore Sophie Ray. Number 11, sophomore Bella Rhodes. Number 14, sophomore Cadence Miller. And number 22, junior Annabelle Calvert. Your coach is J.D. DeMumbry. Coach Janie DeMumbry.
Yes, Coach J.D. and also a great starting 5 as always for your Cascade Lady Champions. And a tough hill to climb tonight on this 9-1 Lady Falcons squad, but going to give it their all nonetheless and hoping for some surprises along the way as well. Starting there at the half court, it's Sophie Ray for your Cascade Lady Champions as we get things going. Lady Champions will go right to left on your radio dial this first half. And tip-off, we're underway. Into the hands of Bella Rhodes, and off we go. Up to Kagan Young on the top end. Trailing her way back to midcourt, hands it down low to Annabelle Calvert. Calvert starts with a now stands to dribble, hands it out to Rhodes, top of the key. She presses up high to Kagan Young. Young on that top side behind the arc, looking for room, a loose pass. It's going to go back to the Lady Falcons. Round away a turnover to Abby Bryan. 3 points on the top side. It's good for the 3-ball. Molly Brown breaks the ice for the Lady Falcons. 3-0. Cadence Miller hands it back to Young as she checked it out. Slow to get off the court and going like a madman there is Molly Brown on defense. Crossed over the half court, handed to Sophie Ray on that top elbow. Now up to Bella Rhodes. Short pass into Sophie Ray, and there's a whistle.
All right, that's what we like to see. Sophie Ray boxes out there. She's going to get a quick foul on number 3, Allie Bonner.
So Young looking to move out from the top trigger out to Bella Rhodes. Rhodes, a short pass in. It's to a turnover. Here comes Molly Brown. Crosses half court right through the middle. Goes for the jumper right in front of the foul line. No good. Gets her own rebound off the glass. Hands it down low for a 3-ball from Stubblefield. That's off the mark. And there to pick it up, it's Annabelle Calvert. Still 3-0 Lady Falcons, 6 minutes and 40 remain in the first. Kagan Young crosses half court, hands it up high to Miller. Miller starts her dribble now, moves down low. Out to midcourt, back down low to Kagan Young. Now into the low elbow with Sophie Ray, up to Rhodes. Rhodes for three. Oh, we got one of those situations where the ball is stuck.
That ball is stuck between the
hinge,
backboard and the rim.
We need someone tall to jump up there, and they're going to get it with the other ball.
Yeah.
Ref had one shot. That's not good. And we'll try again. Nope.
We may have to pull Lucas Clanton out here to jump up there and get that off.
Try number 3 is no good. 4. There we go.
Now it's down.
They train refs for days like this.
Yes.
When it matters the most. New basketball out here.
Ball will be turned over to Lincoln County as the possession arrow goes to them.
Bonner out from that top trigger, out to Abby Bryan. Way over to the right-hand side of the court now with Lincoln County. Top of the key, they pass it around the arc from high to low. Now in that low short corner with Bonner. Out into the paint for the low side grab. And it'll be Molly Brown putting up 2 for the Lady
County
Falcons.
has come out in a full court press. This is going to be a big, big test for Cascade to see if they can handle this pressure early on from Lincoln County.
I think they had the same thing from Huntland early on as well from Coach Edmondson. Young out to Miller. Back to Young. Young trying to get around the massive defense here from Brown.
Oh, and now another quick foul from Lincoln County. This time, the foul will be called on number 31. Is that right?
31. Don't seem to see that one.
He called that on 31. There's not a 31 out there. So Kagan Young connects on her first free throw attempt.
Freshman there at the Garrison Valley Farms free throw line. Won't get both. 5-1 Lady Falcons, under 6 minutes in the first. Operating on the top end, it's Bryan. Hands it low to Brown. Low corner, now back top of the key. 3 ball from Bryan is no good. And Miller there trying to take it back on the low post.
Foul's going to be called on Cascade's number 14, Cadence Miller. That'll be her first, team's first.
So Allie Bonner will hand it out from the low baseline out to Bryan. Bryan from the top of the key will press in right through the middle of the paint. Shot goes up and won't go. Back to Kagan Young. Crosses over on the top side of the timeline to Cadence Miller, top of the key. She'll go for a 3-point shot. Duds off the right end and goes back the other way. An open court there for Stubblefield, but she kind of loses control of it for a minute and hands it up to Smith instead. Riley Smith will find the top side glass. 7-1 Lincoln County. Miller out to Young for another drive. 5 minutes remain in the first. Trying to get some aggression back here that she's been getting from Brown. Now top of the key from Miller. A big pass up high to Bella Rhodes. Rhodes 2-on-1. Has to look for room. She's pivoting. Bounce pass up, and it's turned over to Abby Bryan. She'll cross half court through the middle. Hands it up high to Brown. For the top elbow jumper, rolls in and around, no good. That rebound there under the bucket from Bryan. This one is successful, and she picks up the foul. She'll go for the 3-point play.
Yes, and now the foul is going to be called on Cascade's number 2, Kagan Young. Sending Abby Bryan to the line to make this a 3-point play.
Here comes Susanna Cruz and Abrielle Presley out to the court. And Brown won't get the and one. Goes back to Kagan Young in a tangle there with Sophie Ray for a minute. They get it sorted out. Young up to Presley. She'll try for 3 on that top 45. A little short. And back to Petty. Petty slings it all the way to the other end down to Bryan. And a big jumper there off the mark. Picked up, trying to get scooped by Kagan Young. It's Susanna Cruz that will do the secondary work there and get it back to the Lady Champions. Down low to Presley. She'll cross over the half court. Into Cruz inside the paint. She'll throw one up. Off the mark, goes back to Lincoln County. Down low, open room. Three-point shot there from down low by Molly Brown, off the mark, but she had all the time in the world.
Jump ball that time, possession error Cascade. Kagan Young will be inbounding the ball, needing to go the length of the floor. Score still 9-1, 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first.
Young from the low baseline, finds Presley. Steady dribble, almost taken away, goes right through the middle of the half court. Trying to plow through, hands it up high to Ray. Ray with the shot in, off the mark. Bounces back to Abby Bryan.
We've got a player down here, Brandon. Someone's hurt down here on
Looks
the other
like
end of the floor.
Might be Presley. And they need to acknowledge this.
Yes, we have
I don't think they know yet. Do they
three-point
even
basket was made by Lincoln County's number 0, Alyssa Petty. We've still got a player down. It's going to be Abrielle Presley.
Yeah. So we'll take a, well,
she does appear to be getting up, but she's having to be carried off the floor now.
If on any leg, it's the left leg, but being helped on both sides off the court here.
Scores 12-1 as the officials did not stop that as the player was down. Lincoln County moved down the floor, popped that ball out, connected on another big three-pointer.
So we'll keep you notified on this for Miss Abrielle Presley as Kagan Young will inbound from the low baseline out to Lena Carter now in the ball game for your champions. About 3 minutes and 30 remain in the first. 12-1 Lady Falcons. Young crosses half court on the top side. At the top of the key, hands it, bounce pass down low to Carter. Carter starts her dribble on that top elbow, now out on the top behind the arc. She'll press in.
All right, another foul called
from the top
on
post.
Lincoln County. This time the foul is called on number 23. That's Brenna Stubblefield.
Carter looks for room from the top trigger. Finds Sophie Ray. Short top corner. Out to Cadence Miller. She'll fake one. Still moving around the arc to Carter, top of the key. Bounce pass into Sophia Ray. It's taken away by Petty, but she'll knock it out of bounds.
You like to see a pass fake there, Brandon, as Lincoln County's trying to jump these passes early on. Maybe a pass fake, a bounce pass may work.
It'll be Carter to inbound it from the low sideline. Out into coverage here on the low corner, almost caught by Petty. But intended for Sophia Ray. Carter will try again. Looking. Right through the middle, finds Kagan Young. Young's is bounced out of her hands there by Allie Bonner.
Another foul is called, Brandon. This time the foul's on Lincoln County's number 3, Allie Bonner. So 14 fouls now committed by Lincoln County.
Carter will inbound once more. Finds Kagan Young on the far end. Young will go to work. Top of the key. Down low to Carter. Carter has a spin, pivoting, finds Sophie Ray on that bottom corner. Ray will start her move into Susanna Cruz. Cruz has a pivot. Trying to hand it out there to Sophie Ray, but not able to get to it in time. Falls out of bounds at the Lincoln County bench.
Knocked out of bounds again by Lincoln County. The ball will be coming back to Cascade.
Yeah, it's a lucky break. Lana Carter still in possession. Low sideline, she'll inbound it. Hand it off to Kagan Young. Young, top of the key. Fights for room, gets it out back to Carter.
Another foul called on Lincoln County.
Carter tangles up with Molly Brown this time on the top 45 there on the arc. So Carter will inbound from the top trigger once more. Been doing a lot of inbounding here at the close of the first quarter. And that goes right into a turnover. Abby Brown. Out to Brown. Molly Brown still with the top of the key. Handed up high to Abby Bryan. Her shot is off the mark. And they'll pick up the rebound there and give her another shot, uncontested. That one also misses.
We're just not boxing out. Wow, they have called another foul on Lincoln County, this time on 0, Alyssa Petty. Cascade will be inbounding the ball, needing to go the length of the floor. 16 fouls now committed. by Lincoln County.
Kagan Young from the low baseline hands it down low to Miller. Now back to Young. 2 minutes and 18 remaining in the first. 12-1 Lady Falcons. Young cross half court, hands it up high to Lena Carter. Carter weighing her options, thought about a 3-ball there. Hands it up to Haley Gill now in the ball game on the top corner. Has to rainbow around, and it's stolen away. Here comes Molly Brown on the high end. Hands it down low for the assist to Grayson Tips, who was able to get it on the bottom glass. 14-1 Lady Falcons. We'll take a timeout as they do as well. You're listening to Cascade Lady Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9. We'll be back in 30.
When the Cascade family needs top-quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around-the-clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
And back here from the stable right here on the Zinger 100.9, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion Basketball. Streaming on WZNGradio.com and on the free mobile app. That's the Zinger 100.9 on the App Store and Google Play. A minute and 58 remain here in the first. It's 14-1 Lady Falcons visiting here from Lincoln County. And Coach JD after a timeout. Kagan Young will inbound it from the top trigger. Going right to left on your radio dial.
Lincoln
this first
County
half.
Still in the full court press. We get the ball in.
From Miller back to Young. Young will maneuver on the top over the half court. Down low hits the ankle or something there of Cruz and will be turned over. Up high to Franklin. Passing around the arc here to Tips. 3-ball is up and misses. The rebound there in the lane from Petty.
Another
Whistle.
foul on Lincoln County. This time going to be on number 0, Alyssa Petty. That's 7 fouls. Shouldn't we be at the 1-and-1, Brandon? Yes. They've noticed it now. We are at the 1-and-1. Sometimes we just have to help them out a little bit.
Yeah, they're not. They can't all be veterans.
Yes.
So the parents have to help out sometimes.
Yeah, there we go. Kagan Young will be at the line now for Cascade, shooting 1-and-1.
Looks like Anna Clanton will be making her way in here soon. But yes, it's Kagan Young back at the Garrison Valley line, second time this evening. As the referees discuss for a moment when Clanton could come in.
All right, I believe the coach intends for her to get the shooter, which is Kagan Young. Let's see if she connects on this attempt. She does connect on her first attempt. All of our points coming from the free throw line so far in this game.
Hey, I would love to see them be successful at the line.
And
yes.
She connects on that one as well. And now Anna Clanton will be getting Kagan Young. She'll be coming out of this game.
So that will be the switch there. And Abby Bryan will take it from the low corner.
Cascade picking up a little bit of full court pressure of their own now.
Wow, yeah, yanking that across the court from the low corner out to, basically the right top.
They'll be sending, a foul was going to be called on number 30, Susanna Cruz, sending Lincoln County to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's Anna Kate Cooper. Yes, it is, at the line.
She misses on that first attempt.
Second is up, Duds off the edge. We'll miss both.
They get their own rebound.
Molly Brown at top of the key. Little deflection there from the Lady Champions. It's still in Lady Falcon possession. Tips up high now with Franklin. Franklin top of the key. Handed down low to Tips. Down low with Brown. Back in the low 45. She'll go for 3. That's Anna Kate Cooper.
You just can't give them that much space. Our closest defender was about 6 foot away from her at that outside of the arc.
Makes it 17-3. A minute remains in the first for the Lady Falcons lead. Anna Clanton gets a screen from Miller on the top end behind the arc. Now in the top corner with Haley Gill. Bounce pass intended for Cruz. And just kind of falls out off the wayside. behind the basket. Carter on the low baseline. Will work out of this break. Pause into Haley Gill. And it's taken away quickly. Here comes Abby Bryan. And the deflection here from bottom to top to Brown. Now top of the key. They'll go for three for Smith. Duds off to the right. They get the rebound below the basket with Bryan. To Kate Cooper. Up top to Brown. She'll dive in for that top side layup. Like nothing. 19-3, Lady Falcons. And here's Anna Clanton in place here for Kagan Young. Maneuvering her way right through the middle of the timeline. Top of the key, loose dribble. Stays inbounds. Lincoln County able to keep it in. Down low, they'll work again. Abby Bryan for a three ball on the low side. No good, and they can't get the rebound. It falls out of bounds.
7.3 seconds left in the first. Cascade needing to go the length of the floor.
Clanton inbounds from the top baseline with 3 seconds. To Carter through the top elbow. Pass rolled away there from Bella Rhodes, and that'll end quarter number one. Your Cascade Lady Champions trail 3-19 over the visiting Lady Falcons of Lincoln County. Second quarter coming up here soon, right here on the Zinger 100.9. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
Hi, I'm Blake Bloom from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today. 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
And back for quarter number two here on the Zinger 100.9 for your Cascade Lady Champions, trailing 3-19 over the Lady Falcons of Lincoln County,
Wow, they're going to call a charge on Lincoln County's number 24.
Just started
Molly
their first
Brown.
play there. Now it's out to Anna Clanton. Slow dribble here, crosses the timeline right through the middle. Stops and can't get the pass to Calvert. It's going to go right back the other way. Easy bucket for Anna Kate Cooper on the top for the layup. Now it'll be Clanton passing down low to Miller. To Rhodes, bottom corner. Can't get the pass back out to Clanton. So Calvert will inbound from the low sideline. Has Miller and Clanton up here on the right-hand side. She'll give it to Clanton. Back to Calvert, low 45. Bottom corner with Bella Rhodes. It's 2-on-1. Now back over to Clanton. Out in the open, up to Miller. Out in midcourt. Now on the top post for the jumper for Haley Gill, off the mark. And Miller dives for it, trying to get it back, along with Haley Gill.
They'll call a foul on number 13, Haley Gill. That'll be her first.
Allie Bonner will hand it in from the bottom trigger to Riley Smith. A low hanging pass there from one end to the other. Jumper right there at the shorter foul line. Good for two. Another one for Anna Kate Cooper, I believe there. 23-3, Lincoln County. Down low with Calvert. Low 45. Short pass in to Haley Gill.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Cascade will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket. Really need to make something happen here, Brandon.
Calvert wanting to find someone to hand it out to here from the low end. Miller's an option.
5-second
too far.
And we did. Another turnover for Cascade.
Just nothing looked good there for her. Bonner will hand it out for the Lady Falcons. Up to Franklin. Cross half court, up on the top side behind the arc. Now to Kate Cooper, top of the key. Switching out with Franklin. Now up high. Back to Franklin, top of the key. Now low with Smith. Smith back to Franklin. They pass it around the arc. Bottom to top. Now to Smith. She'll drive in the right lane. Skids down to the floor. Shots off the mark.
Yeah, another foul on number 13, Haley Gill. She'll be coming out of this game, it appears.
And 3 subs here for Lincoln. 4 subs for Lincoln County on the way.
Number 21, Riley Smith at the line for Lincoln. She connects on that first free throw attempt.
Yeah, Sophie Ray in for Haley Gill, but a whole host of Lady Falcons given a rest here from Coach Chad Tips.
That second free throw also good by number 21, Riley Smith. Score is now 25-3, 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second.
Yes, indeed. Anna Clanton will hand it out. Falls back the other way. Going to get another shot at it here.
All right, Lincoln County is going to back up off that pressure that they've been applying so far in this game.
Clanton right through the middle. Having some issue there. Now gets it up to Calvert. Now to Sophie Ray, top elbow. Back up to Calvert. Behind the arc. Into Ray, top post. Shot can't get through. Goes back to Abby Bryan. Top corner for Petty. She'll try for 3. Duds off the back end. And taken back by Annabelle Calvert. Calvert over to Clanton. Down low now with Miller. Miller on the low, on the left wing. Out to Calvert, and it's taken back again. Another turnover here. Costly. This one by Stubblefield. On the left wing now, charging in through the left wing, the left paint for Abby Bryan. That's up for 2 off the glass. 27-3, Lady Falcons. 5 minutes and 25 remain in the first half. Clanton right through the middle. Up to Cadence Miller, able to hang on there inbounds. And she'll back it up at midcourt. Short pass into Sophie Ray at the top elbow. She'll start her dribble, diving into the bucket. Puts it in for 2.
They're going to call a charge on Sophie Ray. Those points will be coming off the buck. Anna Clanton and Cadence Miller getting a breather. Kagan Young, Lena Carter back in for Cascade.
It'll be Riley Smith dishing it out here for the Lady Falcons. Out to Grayson Tips. Walking over the timeline here, getting directions from head coach Chad Tips. Down low to Graham. Low with Stockstill. Sorry, that's Petty. Low elbow jumper is good. Took it inside the arc there from Petty. Makes it 29-3, Lady Falcons. Kagan Young now back in the ball game. On the top side, pass to Sophie Ray at the top elbow.
Another foul called on Lincoln County, this time on number 0, Alyssa Petty. I believe that's her 3rd personal foul, Brandon, in this game with 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second. She may be sitting down for quite some time. Kagan Young at the line. She misses on that free throw.
Just kissed the edge of the netting there on that one shot. 29-3 Lady Falcons. 4 minutes and 35 remain in the first half. Down low now with Lincoln County with Graham. They'll pass around here at midcourt. Down low now, right wing with Graham. Top of the key with Franklin. Low side for 3 from Abby Bryan is good.
A big bucket there for Abby Bryan.
And they can add all these points around the arc all day long, it seems. Up to Kagan Young. The bounce pass into Sophie Ray. She'll go for the short one. Good. From high post. That was a good look there from Sophie Ray. 32-5. Lincoln County. A good turnover. Sophie Ray up and at him to Kagan Young. Young will cross the half court through the middle. Overextends a little bit. Hands it up to Sophie Ray. She'll collide to the ground there along with Lena Carter and company.
Ball's tied up there. Possession error going back to Cascade. They'll be inbounding it at the half court line. Scores 32-5. Lincoln County leads Cascade.
Carter out from the top sideline to Kagan Young. Young will call out the signals. Now starts her dribble. Bounce pass up to Sophie Ray on the right wing. Spin from Ray. She maneuvers her way through, hands it out to Carter, and a turnover there from the hands of Carter to Maddie Graham. Down low, three-point shot coming quickly from Stubblefield off the mark. It's too far. Carter able to scoop it up. 3 minutes and 20 remaining in the first half, 32-5 Lincoln County. Kagan Young across the half court on the low side, out to Bella Rhodes on the low end, left wing. At high post on the top side.
Another turnover for Cascade.
And that was set on Avery Villapania. And Grayson Tips is about to hand it out here from the top sideline, but there is a timeout taken. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on the Zinger 100.9. Lady Champions trail 5-32 over the Lincoln County Lady Falcons.
This is the season when not just our head, but our heart's in the game. A time when our town starts to feel more like our team. At First Bank, we're community superfans. We don't wear uniforms, but we all wear our heart for community on our sleeve. That means we're not just in the bleachers Friday nights. We're in your corner 24/7, cheering your goals even louder. Don't just get a bank, get a team. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Listening to the Zinger 100.9, your radio home for Cascade Lady Champion and Champion basketball. Lady Champions trail here at home, 5-32 over the Lincoln County Lady Falcons as time resumes. 3 minutes and 10 remain here in the first half. Lincoln County in possession, up to Gracie Flynn. Now they're at the they're at the foul line. It's wrapped up. Villapania out in the game for the Lady Champions at the moment. Crossing half court through the middle, that's Tips. Down low corner, now to Abby Curtis. Left wing, top 45. It's a land rush there to half court as they lost possession. Franklin trying to scoop it back over on the right-hand side, but won't be able to get there in time. And this is going back to Cascade. Lana Carter hands it out from the top sideline on the left side, out to Kagan Young. Young crosses half court, hands it to Carter. High pass to Young. Young will make her way through the left wing, fighting in there for the bucket. That's good for two. Great aggressiveness there from Young, makes it 32-7. Up to Flynn for Lincoln County, down low, three ball, good. Maddie Graham with another solid shot there from low.
Lincoln County shoots the ball very, very well.
They're 9-1 for a reason.
They also commit a lot of fouls, Brandon. This time the foul's going to be called on number 30, Maggie Franklin, sending Sophie Ray to the line. She connects on that first free throw attempt.
Substitution coming in here for Lincoln County. Anna Kate Cooper in for Grayson Tips.
Also another connection on the free throw.
All right, Sophie Ray will hit both there at the Garrison Valley free throw line. 35-9 Lincoln County. 2 minutes and 15 remain in the first half. Kate Cooper, top of the key. Now down lower to the low elbow. Now down low corner. Trying to steal it away is Sophie Ray, but they still got possession. They'll go to the top 45 for the three ball.
Another three-pointer.
Amazing shots here.
This time by number 14, Gracie Flynn.
And they all can share that success. The bounce pass down low here for the Lady Champions to Villapania. Low corner with Kagan Young. She'll press it back out to the low elbow for the jumper. Duds off the left side. She'll get a rebound. Won't get it to go. Sophia Ray hurls it up. Also off.
Just can't get that ball to go in the hole. And now a foul is called, this time on Cascade's number 5, Sophie Ray. It's her second foul.
Back to the Garrison Valley line.
Team 7th, so Lincoln County will be at the line.
Sorry,
shooting 1-1.
Lincoln County there for Abby Curtis, yep. She'll get the first. Don't forget, we will have your halftime report built by Curl Construction and Excavating LLC coming up here soon. Second shot is off. Make one, miss one, 39-9, Lincoln County. Kagan Young cross half court through the middle, down low to Miller. Miller hands it back out to the top, down low to Villapania. Avery hands it back to Miller. She'll trade spaces. Now up high with Rhodes. She's got some open room. It's short for the 3 ball on the top end. And falls out of bounds. Back to Lincoln County it goes. Anna Kate Cooper crosses over the C. Down low to Bragg, now in the ball game. To Graham. To Flynn. Up on the high end with Kate Cooper. Back to Flynn down low. They'll pass around the arc from low to high. Sparing the extra seconds here. First shot there up from Abby Curtis at the high post is off the mark. 47 seconds remaining here for the Lady Champions. Kagan Young up high to Bella Rhodes. Rhodes tries that three ball again. Won't get it to work a second time. And they get a quick response here for the Lady Falcons side of things. It's Kate Cooper. Now top of the key. 3-point shot from Bragg is missed. Goes back to Villapania. She's able to scoop it up. Gets it to Kagan Young. 24 seconds. Straight to the hands of Maddie Graham. Up top for the response. Can't get the top side glass to work, but will
foul is
going
to be called on Cascade's number 14, Cadence Miller. Sending Lincoln County to the line to shoot 2.
First shot good for Anna Kate.
Second shot also well for Anna Kate Cooper.
Up to 41-9 as we approach the end of the first half. Lincoln County with the advantage. Kagan Young, bounce pass low to Villapania. Maneuver her way back to top of the key, hands it up to Bella Rhodes. 5 seconds remain. She's got to find some room here, loose ball.
We won't get a shot off, Brandon. We will not get a shot off. We've got 0.5 seconds left. We'll be inbounding the ball.
Inbound to Young, she'll throw it up. And it goes off the back end of the rim. That'll end the first half of play here for your Lady Champions. They trail 9-41 as they head to the locker room here versus the Lady Falcons of Lincoln County here at home. When we come back, we'll have your halftime report built by Curl Construction and Excavating LLC, and might have Coach Chris Lawson here at halftime as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Again, your Lady Champions trail 9-41 at the half over Lincoln County Lady Falcons.
There's peace of mind when you discover quality local beef for your family that's backed by tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Taste the difference of locally processed beef, free of antibiotics, steroids, and hormones. They always have quarters of beef available and halves and wholes available by request. 931-389-1005. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Fill your freezer with quality local beef backed by Bedford County tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Proud supporter of Cascade Champion Basketball, Zinger.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
DNR Contractors is your local home improvement expert. Locally owned and operated with over 30 years experience in the remodel industry. From roofing to remodels or home additions, DNR Contractors is here to help with your next home improvement project. Get your home holiday ready by calling my daddy today at 931-684-1685 or visit our website at dnrcontractors.com. Go Champs!
When the Cascade family needs top quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around the clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
This is Cadence Miller, sophomore guard, and you're listening to your radio home of the Cascade Lady Champion Basketball, the Zinger 100.9.
And back here from the stable, your Cascade Lady Champions here at the half, trail 9-41 over the visiting Lincoln County Lady Falcons. And welcome in, everyone, to the halftime report built by Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. And we hope you're enjoying the broadcast here on 100.9 FM, or WZNGradio.com, or the free mobile app, the Zinger 100.9 on the App Store or Google Play. Or you might even be on the YouTube stream, which is working better tonight. Good to see that.
Brandon, for Cascade so far in this game, we only have 2 players that have found their way in the scorebooks. That's Kagan Young with 5 points and Sophie Ray with 4. Against a great team like Lincoln County, you've got to be able to spread that ball around. Everybody's got to be able to make their contributions, and unfortunately, we just have not been able to do that thus far in this game. But, you know, I tell you, Brendan, you look out here and you watch a game and watch a team like Lincoln County, and they're a great team. And that's just what sometimes you have to face those great teams, and what you do is you say, hey, that's where we want to be. As an organization, as a program, we just can think that, watch a team like this and know that that's how far we are to get to excellence, and, hope that we can get there one day and do some of the things right and, look like Lincoln County.
It's a rough part of the schedule for sure, facing Lincoln County here, and then if that weren't enough, then when we come back from the Christmas break, after the Christmas tournaments and whatnot, we've got to go there.
Yeah,
and face them again.
You hope that Christmas tournament gives the girls an opportunity to, face up against some teams that they could probably compete with a little bit better. Lincoln County's a big school down there in Fayetteville, very athletic. You can just tell that these girls are more physical, they're faster. One thing that I've noticed tonight, they have just been able to pass the ball with effectiveness and efficiency. They pass the ball around, they cut to the basket hard, they get open, and when they catch the ball, they're ready to shoot, and when they shoot very, very well.
Yeah, and they've got a big place to play as well over there in Lincoln County. A huge facility, rivals some smaller community colleges and colleges.
Right, yeah. We'll be there in a few weeks, and, we sit high in the rafters, it appears.
It is. It's a trek up there if you haven't been there before.
The Falcons' nest up there. So
for sure. And then after that, we jump right into the first Battle of Bedford on January 6th, just for fun, just to look even ahead from that. January 6th, we will be here for the first Battle of Bedford on Friday, January 6th versus Community. And January 10th, you look at Eagleville. January 13th versus Grundy County. I mean, we start getting to district play.
Yeah,
it's right around the corner.
There's going to be some tough teams that we're going to be playing in our district. Community, Forest, Grundy, just a 4-team district. So all those games are very, very important. All, very good teams themselves. So we'll have some tough matchups for the remainder of this year. Just hope that we can get some things right, get some things going, and just come out with some positives here pretty soon.
Again, folks, you're listening to the halftime report built by Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Your Cascade Lady Champions trail 9-41 over the visiting Lady Falcons of Lincoln County. This might give us a little moment here to assess the boys' team.
Yeah, both, the Lincoln County Falcons teams come out here at the halftime of the girls' game. They're shooting the ball around. I believe they have an overall record of 2-7. They lost a number of seniors last year. Still a pretty good basketball team, but one thing that we can't underestimate, Brandon, is the fact that when your boys are 9-0, you've got a huge target on your back, and We found that out earlier this week when we went out to Huntland.
Huntland was scary, Brian.
Yeah, it was
scary.
We came away with a victory in that game, 69-66, but tough matchup. That was just a back and forth game throughout, and we were down just as much as we were up in that game.
Yeah, and you look back. I've got the assessment here, and you kind of look at this little chart. It kind of goes in.
Yeah.
And we usually see that. It's the run graph is what it is. Usually you see that a lot more taken up by Cascade, but here it kind of stayed like where we were at Lynchburg. It kind of stays flat.
And it's one thing that was so uncharacteristic in that game, if you'll remember, Brandon, with the game tied or when we had a lead, we should have been able to, put the nail in the coffin, but we missed on 4 free throw attempts late in that game, still giving Huntland the opportunity to tie it with a last-second shot. A player for Huntland pulled up from about 6 foot behind the three-point line, and unfortunately for Cascade, he missed that shot. He had not missed much else earlier in that night.
Here's an idea of how close it was. Field goal percentage for Cascade, 49.1%. For Huntland, 49%.
Oh, wow.
And the effective field goal percentage, 52.6 for Cascade, 53.9 for Huntland. They actually had better effective field goal percentage than us. They also had better the made over attempted for inside the arc than us, 20 for 35, and they're 5 to 16 on their three-point shots made over our 4 to 13.
Yeah,
it was just the numbers game didn't look well for our win. It was just very tough.
Couple of really, really good players. I know scoring 24 and 27 points. So 2 players for Huntland were over 50 points and contribute to a whole lot of their scoring that night.
Well, folks, we'll take a minute break here and come back for the second half. Again, your Cascade Lady Champions trail 9-41. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, I'm Blake Moon from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today, 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
This is Sophie Ray, sophomore forward, and you're listening to Radio Home for Lady Champions Basketball, the Zinger 100.9.
It's second half basketball time here from the stable for your Cascade Lady Champions, trailing 9-41 over the visiting Lady Falcons of Lincoln County. Here on the Zinger 100.9, we welcome you back in left to right now for your Cascade offense operation. Sophie Ray out to Bella Rhodes, top of the key. The hand up high to Kagan Young. Young keeps her dribble moving, now to Calvert, top of the key. No movement here now and gets it back to Young. Calm here at the beginning to Ray. And to Bella Rhodes, not able to hold on to it. It's just circled around and back to Abby Bryan. Up to Molly Brown on the top side. Now top of the key with Bonner. Out to mid.
Outside, they miss on the three-point attempt.
Might have temporarily lost connection there, but we are back. 6 minutes and 50 remain here in the third, 41-9 for another Lincoln County turnover. Down low with Abby Bryan. She'll go for 3 on the bottom end. Duds out to the right. Picked up on the top post. Low post by Brown. They'll dish it back out to top of the key to Smith. Down low, three-point shot off to the right from Abby Bryan, and it goes back to Cadence Miller. Miller to Young. Back to Miller, top of the key. Keeps the dribble moving. Overhead pass. It's deflected by Molly Brown, intended for Kagan Young. Down low for the layup. It's Brianna Stubblefield.
She goes to the floor, but a foul has been called on number 22.
Whole new 5 coming in for Cascade after these free throw shots for Stubblefield. Whole team switch. Carter, Cruz, Gill, Villapanilla, Clanton.
That first free throw attempt by number 23, Brianna Stubblefield, was good. And she connects on that second attempt as well.
So Carter from the top baseline out to Anna Clanton. Across the timeline through the middle, standing dribble with that defense there from Molly Brown. A screen from Carter helps Clanton out a little bit and hands up high to Villapanilla. Avery moves towards the middle and she switches around here. Oh, loose possession there, back to Clanton out top of the key with Carter. Into the foul line with Haley Gill, now back up top for some diversion to Clanton. Sling it back over to Haley Gill and it's turned over. Quick movement here for the Lady Falcons to Molly Brown. No good, hand it down low to Bryan for the rebound. And there won't be any good connections there. 43-9 Lady Falcons as Clanton brings it back left to right. And volleyed up in the air by Molly Brown. This goes right back the other way. Abby Bryan up top to Bonner. Now down low, three-point shot from Molly Brown is off the mark. She gets her own rebound. Sails into the bottom post, and a whistle's there before she can get the shot up.
Foul's going to be called on number 30, Susanna Cruz. That's her second. Team's second in this half.
First shot for Brown is off. 5 minutes and 13 remaining in the third. She'll make her second. 44-9 Lincoln County over your Cascade Lady Champions as Clanton will make her way left to right again. Right through the middle. She crosses the timeline, moves up high with a screen from Carter. Now up to the high corner. She's looking for Haley Gill.
Foul is going to be called on Lincoln County's number 34, Abby Ryan. Will be inbounding the basketball underneath her own basket. Substitutions for Lincoln County.
Selena Carter on the top trigger, looking for room, finds Clanton on the top side. Bounce pass back to Carter. She'll go for three on the top end. Too far out. And tied down by Villapanilla.
Good job by Avery, the freshman Avery Villapena, getting her first varsity minutes in tonight's game. Bright future for that young lady.
I'm sure that's why she's out here getting the minutes tonight. Grayson Tips. Half court now, pass down low to Bryan. Up top to Brown on the top elbow. She'll cruise through the right lane. And getting very aggressive there with Lana Carter.
Ball tied up. Possession error going back to Cascade.
Carter out to Clanton. Now back in the Lady Champions possession. And falls out behind the basket and will go the other way for the Lady Falcons. Tips calling out the signs. Hands it up high to Bryan. Switched off to Brown. Brown at midcourt. The hand down low to Tips, back to Brown. Starts her dribble again, has Clanton there in defense, hands it up high to Bryan. Around the arc it goes, top corner. Rainbow down low for three.
Good
Tips.
rebound by Lena Carter that time.
So back to the Lady Champions, to Clanton, top of the key. Passes down low to Villapanilla. Low corner to Clanton. She holds it low, starts the dribble. Into the low post to Carter. She has to fight with Allie Bonner for possession.
We're going to call a foul on Lincoln County's number 3, Allie Bonner. That's their Team's second foul. Cascade will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket.
It's Atlanta Carter from the low baseline. Looking for room. Almost out of time there. Finds Pania. Philip Pania, excuse me. Low side behind the arc. And a timeout taken by Coach JD. We'll take a 30-second break. Be right back here on the Zinger 100.9. Your Lady Champions trail 9-44 here in the third.
On game night, winning is everything. But at First Bank, we know life's big wins happen off the field. Like when you win that amazing heart, when you win your first classroom's respect, or when you win your employees' loyalty and find a home that wins their smiles. Life's big wins take a bank big on you. Join a team that helps you win not only on game day, but on days you never forget. First Bank, the official bank of TSSAA. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And back here from the stable, 3 minutes and 40 remain in the third, 44-9 Lincoln County. Now on the high end with Cadence Miller, out to Annabelle Calvert, top of the key. Out at midcourt, left to right for your Lady Champions. Up to Miller. Stepping in is brought back heavily there by Kate Cooper. And the whistle called. This will be a possession change. Back to Maggie Franklin of the Lady Falcons from the top sideline. Out to Grayson Tips. Tips hands it up to Franklin. A handoff to Brown at top of the key. Shot there to the top elbow. Now top corner with Kate Cooper. Back to Brown. Cooper on the top end to inside the paint for the low side bucket from Grayson Tips. Found the connection, 46-9 as they put on the beating here from the stable.
Brandon, Cascade is scoreless in this third.
Sophie Ray not able to get the shot on the low corner. Low post rather, and has to wrestle for it. Can't have scoreless quarters.
No.
At the very least. From the top baseline out to Grayson Tips. Cross half court on the top side, pass up to Brown. Now top of the key with Kate Cooper. Low with Petty, low 45, now back top of the key with Franklin. The bounce pass into the paint for the low side jumper, easy for Petty. It's gonna be a high scoring game.
It will be, Brandon.
If it continues this way, Kagan Young crosses half court through the middle down to Calvert. Calvert looking for options, taken right in the air by Petty. Can't capitalize on it on the top glass though, but will pick up the foul and go to the line.
Foul is going to be called on Cascade's number 22, Annabelle Calvert. That's our fourth team foul.
First shot is good for Petty. They'll send in Maddie Graham back to the court for Molly Brown.
She misses on that second free throw attempt.
Sophie Ray holds it out. Down low to Kagan Young. She'll plow through the middle of the timeline and goes up for the shot immediately inside the right paint.
They're going to call a foul this time on Lincoln County's number 20. That's Grayson Tips. Kagan Young will be going to the line to shoot two.
Kagan Young back to Garrison Valley free throw line.
Opportunity for our first points in this second half. She does connect on that first free throw. Misses on that second.
And back the other way, a minute and 55 remain in the third. It's a slingshot pass down low corner for three. Rolls off the top and back to Kagan Young. Handed down low to Calvert on the low corner. Starts her dribble, hands it back up high. Bounce pass to Bella Rhodes. Rhodes, one dribble. Going for Sophie Ray there at bottom of the bucket. Not going to find it. Be Maggie Franklin inbounding it for Lincoln County on the low baseline. Out to Grayson Tips. Crosses half court through the middle. Pass up high to Kate Cooper. Slingshot down low corner. Now at top of the key with Grayson Tips. Up high to Kate Cooper. Hey, turnover there for Susanna Cruz. Up to Kagan Young. Top of the key, down low with Haley Gill in the low corner. She's got to fight for room. Pivoting, finds Calvert for the jumper inside the paint. Good. Get a score here in the third quarter, 49-12. Lincoln County under a minute in the third. They'll hold on to it for the moment. That's with Tips at midcourt. Quick pass down low to Graham. Now back up to Tips. Stepping out, starts her dribble down low to Graham. Now on the high corner.
Just very content with passing that ball around, and
now
now
they'll go
take
for
the
three
shot.
with Kate Cooper, and it duds off the back, goes into the hands of Annabelle Calvert. 30 seconds remain in the third. Young, bounce pass low corner to Haley Gill, trying to get a connection with Kagan Young at low post.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. Cascade will be inbounding it underneath their own basket.
Calvert low trigger. Out to Cruz. And that's a deflection there from Lincoln County. That'll send Susanna Cruz to the Garrison Valley line.
She misses on that first free throw attempt. Ball bounces in and bounces right back out. She connects for her second attempt.
49-13, Lincoln County with 20 seconds remaining in the third. To Flynn. Back up to Kate Cooper, back low to Flynn. They'll hold on to it as the seconds wind down, I'm sure. Up to Graham. As Kagan Young has open net.
She misses.
Cruz with a rebound.
Susanna Cruz going back to the line to shoot two, as the foul was called on Lincoln County's number 14, Gracie Flynn. Susanna Cruz connects on that first free throw attempt. And on the second.
Hits both. Three-point shot from way out high will end the third quarter, off the mark by Maddie Graham. And we go to the fourth quarter of play for the Lady Champions. They trail 15-49 over the visiting Lady Falcons of Lincoln County. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Getting the job done right on a major construction project, a slam dunk with Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Call 931-389-6996. CurlConstruction.com. Dig deep and plow, Champion Nation.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Back for quarter number 4 for your Cascade Lady Champions. Kagan Young down low to Calvert. Inside the paint with Cruz. Off the backboard. Not able to catch the rebound. It goes back to Lincoln County. Cross half court on the top side. The bounce pass quickly to Abby Curtis under the bucket. Falls out of bounds again on their end. From one end to the other, it's Carter from the low trigger out to Kagan Young to start again. With Cruz now out to Lena Carter. A whistle before she can work her way on that bottom lane. So back to Lincoln County. Top of the key with Flynn. Hand up high to Kate Cooper. Curtis. Down low, three-point shot for Flynn is too far. It's a mix-up there between
the ball's tied up between number
Cruz
30,
and Curtis.
Susanna Cruz, and number 4, Curtis. Possession error going to Lincoln County. They'll be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket.
High side inbound from Cooper. Out to the middle of the paint. Now up top with Cooper. She'll drive in there for the quick bucket. Gets the swirl in and will get the and one shot from the line. Gets the and one as the clock will keep continuously rolling here in the fourth quarter. 52-15 for Lincoln County. Up top with Kagan Young. Goes up for the quick bucket. That's a high side. Way up top on the glass, but it went in for two. 52-15. Now down low with Flynn. Flynn bounce pass with a low short corner to Curtis. Now up top 45 with Kate Cooper. It's stolen away by Kagan Young. She'll take it over to coast to the top side for a layup. Won't get it to work.
She's unable to connect, but she'll be going to the line to shoot two as that foul is going to be called on Lincoln County's number 14, Gracie Flynn.
Garrison Valley Farms free throw line again for Kagan Young. First shot is good.
Second shot also good for Kagan Young.
It's good to see some Lady Champions hit both. Like we've said, almost 6 minutes remain here in the fourth. 52-19, Lincoln County. Up on the top side with Kate Cooper. Now to Bragg. Low side for three from Flynn is missing.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. Cascade will be inbounding the ball, needing to go the length of the floor.
Selena Carter out to Kagan Young. Cross half court on the top side. Gets a screen from Carter and already a whistle. What?
I believe that's going to be an illegal screen on number 1, Lena Carter.
I forget there was such a thing.
Yeah.
Clock still moves past 5 minutes and 30. 52-19, Lincoln County. I'll be honest, I didn't know there was such a thing. Tips. Top of the key, the handoff to Bragg. And then the pass through, now down low with Flynn. She'll have a faulty bounce that Miller will keep back into play for them. That did not intend how they wanted it to.
Just everything going the way of Lincoln County tonight.
Graham down low to Flynn. She'll drive in again like she did before. This time it won't work again. Cruz able to wrestle it out.
Yes, good rebound there. She actually got a block that time and then a rebound. She will be going to the line to shoot 1-and-1 for Cascade as she was fouled after she got that rebound. Clock still running. The score 52-19. She misses on that free throw attempt.
And Gill there on the top near the sideline, able to
possession error
for it
coming
again.
Back to Cascade.
So it'll stay Lady Champions. Carter will take it from the top sideline on the right side out to Kagan Young. Young crosses the timeline again. The bounce pass into the zone. Now down low for Miller for three. Good!
And she connects.
First bank three for Cadence Miller. First three-point shot for the team tonight. 52-22, Lincoln County. Approaching 4 minutes remaining. Bragg gets a steal from Bragg. It's that's Haley Gill. She'll go for the quick jumper. Not able to grab it, and Cadence Miller trying to grab it as well. It falls out of bounds.
As she catches that ball, Brandon, she's pushed out of bounds by number 4. Foul's going to be called on number 4, Abby Curtis. Cadence Miller going to the line to shoot 1-and-1. She misses on that free throw attempt.
To Grayson Tips. Over the timeline on the top end. And Carter almost there to take it away, but it's going the other way regardless. Clock approaching 3 minutes and 30 remaining. 52-22. Lincoln County leads over Lady Champions if you're just joining us.
Another foul committed by Lincoln County, this time on number 42, Reagan Bragg. Susanna Cruz at the line again to shoot 1 and 1. She connects on that first free throw attempt.
That was a good shot at the Garrison Valley line for Cruz. Good.
And on that second free throw attempt as well.
It's got to make a dad proud. I know y'all stress the free throws. Approaching 3 minutes left, 52-24. Lincoln County now down low with Bragg. Under the low post for the shot up.
Another block shot from Susanna and then a rebound.
That's some good work there under the basket. Up to Kagan Young. Cross half court on the top side.
I believe she's had 3 block shots now in this game.
Good work to Carter. Drifting her way through. Low side to Miller for 3. Good! Able to connect down there the second time tonight. Second first bank 3 for Miller. 52-27. Lincoln County. Now with Flynn. At top of the key. She hands it up high to Graham. Now in the low corner with Flynn. Under pressure there from Cadence Miller. Hand out to Tips. Now from low to high on the arc. Now in the short top corner with Curtis. Another whistle.
This time the foul is going to be called on number 30, Susanna Cruz. We'll take that though. She's still playing tough.
Abby Curtis at the line for Lincoln County. Bella Rhodes comes in for junior Haley Gill. Also see another sub here, Anna Clanton coming in as well.
She did not get in time, Brandon.
Not yet. That one shot won't get to go for Flynn.
Ball's knocked out of bounds by Cascade. Lincoln County will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket. Score is 52-27, Lincoln County.
It'll be Grayson Tips from that low corner. Another three-point attempt, low 45 from Bragg. It's easy. 55-27. We approach a minute and 30 remaining. Kagan Young stops there at the low 45 behind the arc, hands it to Cadence Miller. Miller, top of the key. Looks for room. Short pass into the lane.
Another foul on number 42 from Lincoln County, sending Susanna Cruz again to the line. I believe this is 10 team fouls now, and she'll be shooting 2. She connects on that free throw attempt.
Second shot up for Cruz.
So on that second attempt, she connects. Score is now 55-29, Lincoln County. 1 minute, 4 seconds left.
To Flynn, top of the key, bounce pass up to Tips. Now back up there with Bragg around the arc on the top side, up to Stockstill. To Bragg, now down low with Graham. Kagan Young trying to save it there on the low corner. Not going to work out. It'll stay Lincoln County ball. It'll be Grayson Tips from the low trigger. Approaching 30 seconds remaining here on the Mercy Rule time clock. Tips moves out midcourt. They're going to make maybe one final move here. Down low to Bragg. The handout to Flynn. Tips, top of the key, hands it up high. Three-point shot coming and misses from up high from Graham. And Bella Rhodes trying to box it out.
She's going to be fouled by Lincoln County. The clock is still running as we're under the Mercy Rule. It'll run all the way down to 0, but Bella Rhodes will go to the line. Actually, they stop it with 2.7 seconds left. Bella Rhodes at the line shooting 2. She misses on that first free throw attempt.
Bella Rhodes seems to be having a hard night just with being frustrated.
She misses on that second attempt as well, and this game is over. Final score 55-29, Lincoln County over your Cascade Lady Champions.
55-29, mark it down in your record books. They'll be going to the Christmas tournaments at Riverdale. And then it'll be this same team. They'll be battling them on January 3rd at Fayetteville. Again, the final score here for the Lady Champions is 29-55, the loss here over Lincoln County at home. We'll have post-game report built by DNR Contractors coming up in 2 minutes, and the boys' game will be coming up very soon. Your 9-0 Cascade champions taking on the Falcons of Lincoln County tonight We'll be back in 2 minutes here on the Zinger 100.9.
Are you planning that next big project and thinking how nice it would be if I had a dumpster right there on site? Then call DNR Dumpsters in Shelbyville. DNR Dumpsters provides quality and convenient dumpster rental service for commercial and residential applications. Roll-off dumpsters with prompt delivery, even next-day delivery and haulaway available. Call DNR Dumpsters at 931-684-1685. For more information, visit dnrdumpsters.com.
When the Cascade family needs top quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around the clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Loon from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today. 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
Clanton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Clanton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Clanton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
Oh, okay.
This is Annabelle Calvert, junior guard, and you're listening to the radio home for Lady Champions Basketball, the Zinger 100.9.
And back here from the stable, welcome in to the post-game report built by DNR Contractors. Your Cascade Lady Champions again tonight fall to the Lincoln County Lady Falcons. Final score 29-55. And we have some awards to give out nonetheless, though. We've got the player of the game, brought to you by State Farm Rob Gardner Agent, and the Heart of a Champion from Cascade Veterinary Hospital. Brian?
Brandon, the Rob Gardner State Farm Agent player of the game goes out to freshman Kagan Young. She finished tonight with 10 points. She led all scoring for Cascade. Your Cascade Veterinarian Heart of a Champion award tonight goes out to freshman Susanna Cruz. She finished tonight's contest with 7 points, had 3 blocks and a few rebounds as well. So your Heart of Champion Susanna Cruz, player of game, freshman Kagan Young.
Thank you, Brian. And again, that next game for the Lady Champions will be at the Christmas Classic, December 27th through the 29th at Riverdale High School. Then they'll be back to the regular season play January 3rd in 2023 on Tuesday, as they'll be on the road at Fayetteville taking on Lincoln County. And now we head to the boys' side of things. 9-0 coming in tonight, taking on the Lincoln County Falcons. And with that, I'll turn it over to the voice, Mr. David McGee.
Am I up? Yeah, I'm up. All right. Good evening. Good evening, Brandon. Good evening, Brian. Happy to be back in the saddle again tonight. Hate I missed the excitement there in, what was it, Watertown?
No, Huntland.
Huntland. Goodness,
Yeah,
I'm so far behind.
Boy, did you miss a game.
I did. But I listened to you guys. You guys did a great job. I appreciate, Brandon, you filling in for me, as my schedule just wouldn't allow me to be there that night, this past Tuesday night. But boys victorious over Huntland by a score of 69-66. So we've got about 10 minutes on the clock before we get things started here. Boys action here at Cascade High School tonight. Brian, I was on my way in here, had a big old bottle of water, and I drank it, acted like it was a Red Bull, and I'm excited. I'm ready for some basketball action here tonight, this Friday night here at Cascade High School. Tell you what, I'm not sure who we got, it Benny or Phyllis at the station, Brandon?
Should be Miss Phyllis.
Miss Phyllis at the station. Go ahead and open us up. It's time for Cascade Champion Basketball right here on the Zinger. We're right back after this. I saw that. Is this accurate?
Cascade.
They're going to stop the game. They're going to celebrate that.
Okay.
We're going to shoot it a little more.
Am I coming across?
It's going to be a little more up-tempo.
3, 2, 1, liftoff.
Time to unleash the champions. You're tuned into the radio home of Cascade Champions Basketball, WZNG Shelbyville, the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400. The student section is loud, the teams are warmed up, and we're almost set for the opening tip-off. Let's send it courtside live. Here's David McGee and Brian Cruz.
All right, welcome back to Cascade High School basketball. I'm a little hot on here, Brandon. Turn me down just a touch. Welcome back to Cascade High School, as it's going to be an exciting night. Lincoln County in town for this matchup as we get ready to finalize the first half of the season. Excuse me, as we get ready to finalize the first half of the season. Take a holiday break. We'll come back. We'll match up with Lincoln County again on their home court as we come back. I believe that's on January 3rd. And Brian, I'm not going to lie to you. I know I didn't want to jinx it all season long as we visited with some of these players and coaches on the coaches show, and everybody had Fayetteville City as the one that they wanted to match up and win. They wanted that victory the most. My eyes have been set on this Fayetteville team. I don't know what to expect. It looks like is this their record, Fayetteville, right here, 2-7?
Yes, David, they lost 6 seniors off last year's team. There's still some great players on this very young Lincoln County Falcon team. I expect that they'll come out ready to play against the Cascade champions tonight. They've had a tough season so far, but, put records aside. When you bring somebody like Lincoln County here to the Stables, they're going to play a great game of basketball. We better be ready for them.
You're right, and an exciting night it's going to be. We've got, looks like Mr. Lucas Clanton, Brian. You were pointing out that Lucas 3 points away. Is that right? 3 points away from 1,000 points?
Yeah, and that's what we were informed before this game. We expect him to hit that mark tonight. We also expect soon after he does that, the action will stop on the floor and they will recognize him for that great accomplishment. 1,000 points in your high school career. He's been exciting for us to watch and to follow for the last couple of years, and just a great athlete for the Cascade champions.
It is. I've watched Lucas play all the way down from probably 4th or 5th grade, and just never a dull moment. I knew when I was watching him in 4th and 5th and 6th grade that there was no doubt that this kid had talent and was going to, he was going to go places with his basketball. But Brandon, I tell you what, real quick, fill us in on all the ways they can listen to us right here on WZNG tonight.
For sure. Well, you're probably on the live stream on WZNGradio.com, or you might be on 100.9 FM, also AM 1400, and also on the free mobile app, the Zinger 100.9 on the App Store and Google Play. Be sure to like us on Facebook and Instagram at the Zinger 100.9 for all the game night updates and all sorts of things that are going on there. And you can be informed on all that. And it's good to be back here again at the stable tonight.
All right, and also carrying this broadcast on YouTube tonight. I had Mr. Kenny Phillips call me earlier this evening and wanted to make sure he wanted to see if he could dial into the YouTube feed and also catch our audio. I was telling him absolutely. We've got our audio connected to the YouTube feed, the Cascade. What is it? Is it Cascade?
Cascade High School YouTube channel.
Cascade High School YouTube channel. I want to thank Coach Lawson, Coach JD for allowing us to integrate our audio with that YouTube channel. Also want to thank Mr. Ryan Womack over at the Bedford County Board of Education and the IT department for assisting us getting that set up earlier in the year, and always helpful to us when we have a problem, Mr. Ryan Womack. So big shout out to you guys as we get things ready for this YouTube broadcast as well tonight. But again, about 5 minutes left on the clock. Had Mr. Barton Williams slide up here next to me for a few minutes.
I saw that.
I was going to get him on here and say hi to him, and Mr. Barton, he's I'm sure he's somewhere
out talking to somebody.
He's
probably
talking to somebody or many people wherever he went, but wanted to get him on here and say hi for a minute, but we'll try to catch him here a little bit later. Tell you what we'll do before we get things started. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball right here on the Zinger. We're back in 2 minutes.
This is the season when not just our head, but our heart's in the game. A time when our town starts to feel more like our team. At First Bank, we're community superfans. We don't wear uniforms, but we all wear our heart for community on our sleeve. That means we're not just in the bleachers Friday nights. We're in your corner 24/7, cheering your goals even louder. Don't just get a bank, get a team. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
There's peace of mind when you discover quality local beef for your family that's backed by tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Taste the difference of locally processed beef, free of antibiotics, steroids, and hormones. They always have quarters of beef available and halves and wholes available by request. 931-389-1005. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturdays from 9 to 12. Fill your freezer with quality local beef backed by Bedford County tradition at Garrison Valley Farms. Proud supporter of Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
DNR Contractors is your local home improvement expert, locally owned and operated with over 30 years experience in the remodel industry. From roofing to remodels or home additions, DNR Contractors is here to help with your next home improvement project. Get your home holiday ready by calling my daddy today at 931-684-1685 or visit our website at dnrcontractors.com. Go Champs!
You're listening to the Zinger 100.9 and AM 1400 WZNG Shelbyville, your radio home for Cascade Champions Basketball.
All right, welcome back to Cascade High School. I'm David McGee. Beside me, Mr. Brian Cruz. On the other side, Mr. Brandon Crosland. We welcome you in here tonight as your Cascade Champions host Lincoln County. What is Lincoln County?
The Falcons.
The Falcons. That's right, the Falcons. So the Falcons of Lincoln County. Want to thank our sponsors bringing you Cascade Champion and Lady Champion basketball all season long right here on WZNG. It's DNR Dumpsters, DNR Contractors, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, State Farm Agent Rob Gardner, First Bank, Curl Construction, Garrison Valley Farms, and Cataldo Auto Repair Service. Speaking of Cataldo Auto Repair Service, time for those keys to the game. Brian, do you have those for us ready?
Yeah, I've just wrote a few down, David, and what I'd like to see tonight is, number one, start fast. If you think back on the last couple of games, especially this week earlier with Huntland, Lucas Clanton was held scoreless in the first half, and Jackson Davis was held to only 4 points. Those two have to score for Cascade to be successful, and I would like to see them come out, start very, very fast tonight. Also, number two, keep the foot on the gas. If you start fast, let's keep going fast. Let's pour it on Lincoln County. If you'll remember, at some of our coaches' meetings, they also circled this game against Lincoln County. Yeah. Lincoln County upset Cascade last year at their home and here, and they're wanting to revenge that. So let's keep the foot on the gas, and then after we do so, let's have fun and celebrate the success. There's a lot of people out here tonight. They're looking for some great basketball for the Christmas break, and I hope that we can give that to them tonight.
You're right, Brian. I heard you and Brandon both mention it a little bit earlier. A big crowd here tonight on both sides. It looks like a lot of people from Fayetteville made their way to Bedford County here at Cascade tonight, as well as, of course, Champion Nation always showing up in a strong numbers. I think there was just as many people out in the foyer out there as there are in this gym. As I came in, it was packed.
So, believe that. It's a big night here in Bell Buckle, Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Brandon, you got something for us?
Oh, well, I've got the Falcons 2-7. I believe that's the correct record for them.
Okay.
And their last loss came December 5th to Coffee County, 35-39. They beat Shelbyville 62-49, beat Moore County 71-56 recently.
All right, so it looks like it's time for starting lineups. Brian, I'll let you take it away.
All right, starting for the Lincoln County Falcons, 00, Jackson Mullins. Number 2, Kenny Squires. Number 4, Jack Massey. Number 10, Eli Ogle. And number 31, Logan Carter. And the lights are out.
Lights go down.
The introduction music has turned up. And we're getting ready for your starting lineup for the Cascade champions. Your undefeated Cascade champions.
That's right, Brian. 9-0, 10-0 on the line for this game. The crowd is excited here tonight.
You can hear them through these noise canceling headphones. And now, for your Cascade champions, number 2, senior Jaden Gulick. Number 12, senior Lucas Clanton. Number 13, senior Thomas Gentry. Number 20, junior Saban Burris. And senior number 24, Jackson Davis.
So there's your starting lineup for your Cascade champions. 8 minutes on the clock as we get prepared to start this first quarter here at Cascade High School tonight.
The lights are back on, David.
Lights are back on, and I assume Saban Burris will head to midcourt for the tip-off, as he does. Looks like your champions will be moving right to left on your radio dial as we get things started. Champions wearing their white jerseys, white shorts, orange numbers, black trim. Falcons in black shirts, black jerseys, black shorts with blue and white trim and blue numbers on it.
Kind of a blackout game for Lincoln County.
I'm ready to rumble, gentlemen.
Let's do it. So Saban ready for the tip-off. Referee makes his way to midcourt. Ball's in the air, and first possession will go to Lincoln County, the Falcons. They'll bring the ball down the court, cross the timeline onto their end. Pass it low side, outside the arc. Work their way back towards the middle, near midcourt, and reset. Now drive back low side, hand it off. Pass it around high side, outside the arc on the high side, now back to the middle. They put it in the hands of Massey. Massey drives to the free throw line, turns around, has to pass it off. They'll go underneath the basket, can't do anything with it. Kick it back out to Jackson Mullins. Mullins takes the three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, Thomas Gentry. Champions with the ball. Thomas brings the ball all the way up the court, drives straight to the free throw line, turns around, passes back to Jackson Davis at midcourt outside the arc. Jackson holds the ball for a minute, sets things up. He'll go to Lucas Clanton. Clanton to Burris. Burris back to Davis. Davis to Clanton. Top of the key. Clanton squares up, takes the shot. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound.
Wow.
Is a jump ball.
That ball is tied up by Thomas Gentry. Cascade with an opportunity to inbound it underneath their own basket. Just a great hustle play by Thomas Gentry to start this game.
So still double zeros on the scoreboard for both teams. 7:09 in the first quarter. Gulick takes a three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound Burris. Burris kicks it out to Gentry. Gentry steps inside the paint, puts it up, and Cascade strikes first. 2-0 on the Falcon end. They'll bring the ball across the timeline. Set things up. They'll go low side with it to Massey. Massey now around the arc to Squires. They'll bring the ball back to midcourt. Try to go low side. Try to go inside. The ball's kicked by Lucas Clanton. Clanton picks it up, but the whistle blows. They'll call kick ball.
Yes.
6 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock. It'll be the Falcons' ball right in front of the Cascade bench. Mullins inbounding it for the Falcons. They'll pass it around. They'll find a man inside the paint. He'll take the shot off the backboard. Shot's no good. Rebound Burris. Go to the other end. Burris to Davis. Davis all the way down court to Gentry. Gentry goes towards the basket, turns around, kicks it back to Burris. Burris puts the shot up, gets his own rebound, puts it up again. Shot still doesn't go. The Falcons end up with it. We'll go to the other end. Falcons cross the timeline. They'll meet Jackson Davis. Defense is on. They'll pass it around the arc. They'll go high side with it. Still outside the arc. Dead center. Now they'll drive inside the paint. Kick it back out. Low side outside the arc. Take the three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound. Saban Burris.
Great rebound for Saban Burris.
Burris gives it to Gulick. Gulick crosses the timeline. Passes high side to Davis. Davis drives inside. Turns around. Gives it to Burris right in front of the free throw line. Burris takes a shot. It doesn't go. He gets his own rebound. Puts a dribble down. Puts another shot up. This time it falls good. 4-0. Champions up by 4. Falcons bring the ball up the court. Cross the timeline. They'll go low side with it. Now to the middle. Now back low side. Still outside the arc. Bounce pass inside to the paint. Can't do anything with it. They'll kick it back out. The pass is deflected by Jackson Davis. Goes out of bounds at the Cascade bench. And it'll be Falcon basketball right in front of the Cascade bench on the low sideline. Looking from the YouTube channel, it'd be the high sideline. Falcons will inbound it. They'll go all the way cross court to midcourt, go high side outside the arc. Find a man inside, he'll jump, take the shot, and the Falcons are on the board with 2 points. 5 minutes, 25 seconds in the first quarter. Champions inbounded, send it down court to Clanton. Clanton goes straight towards the basket, underneath the basket. Reverse layup off the backboard. Wow.
That was just a great take to the basket that time by Lucas Clanton. Just what we've come to expect from him.
Absolutely. 6-2 the score now on the Falcons end. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Falcon basketball. They'll inbound it, go around the arc with it. In the middle. They'll back up to midcourt. Reset. Hand it off. Now they'll work their way towards the high side. Now high side outside the arc. Back towards the middle. To the free throw line. Inside the paint. Turn, spin, take the shot. Shot's no good. Another big rebound. Saban Burris. Burris to Gulick. Gulick goes to the Cascade end. Hands it to Clanton. High side. Clanton goes back to Burris. Top of the key. Burris kicks it back to half court where Jackson Davis will reset. Davis will give it to Gulick. Gulick to Burris. Burris at top of the key. Now he'll go high side to Davis. Davis will take his shot inside. Through the paint, takes the layup. The shot's no good. Rebound by Jackson Davis. Gets his own layup. Wow. Underneath the basket. Does almost the same maneuver as Lucas Clanton just did and connects for 2 points. It's now 8-2. Timeout on the floor. Who was it, Brian?
Yeah, timeout that time by Lincoln County. I mean, they're just getting embarrassed early by Jackson Davis and Lucas Clanton. You know, sometimes, David, I wish that the listeners were here watching this with us, because when you see Jackson Davis just get underneath that basket and make a shot like that, it's just so exciting.
So 8-2. We got Mr. Williams back up here. I was trying to get him a mic so he could say something. I know he's dying. Can't sit up here and say nothing. So timeout's over as Barton gets him a headset on. We'll let him chatter for a minute here in a moment. Falcons inbound it, bring it down court, go low side with it. They'll pass it around the arc, go high side, still outside the arc. Now top of the key, take the three-point shot. Shot goes in, comes out, rebound, Cascade. Thomas Gentry with it. 4 minutes now on the clock. Gentry brings the ball up the court for the Champions, crosses, goes high side with it. Now back to the middle. Now back high side. He's going to drive towards the basket. Makes it to the baseline. He jumps up in the air and comes back down.
Fouled.
Oh, they called a foul.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to call a foul there on 00.
I'm not sure which one you are, Barton. Is he
That's
30?
Jackson Mullins. Cascade will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket.
All right, Cascade inbounds to Clanton. Clanton goes cross court. They'll go low side around to the low corner to Jackson Davis, where he drives in across the baseline, takes a shot off the backboard. The shot's no good. The rebound comes down as Jackson Davis picks it up. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And it'll be a turnover for Cascade back to the Falcons. Falcons will inbound the basketball and go the length of the court, cross the timeline, pass it high side, still outside the arc. Now they'll work back to the low side. Now back to the high side. Now back to the middle. 3 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. They'll go high side. He'll give it to Jackson Davis. Davis steps back to midcourt, slows things up, and sets up for the Champions. Davis drives inside, sends it back out to Gulick in the low corner. Gulick drives across the baseline towards the basket, puts the shot up off the backboard. The shot falls in, but the whistle blows, and what are they going to call here?
They're going to call a charge there, this time on Jaden Gulick. That'll be his first foul.
You don't see that often.
So it looked like he pulled up there and got that ball lofted above the rim, and it goes in, but they called the charge there.
So turnover, Cascade. It'll go back to the Falcons. They'll inbound it, bring the ball all the way down the court, pass it around. Right now in the middle, near midcourt, as Thomas Gentry will come out and apply some pressure. Now they'll go low side with it, hand it off. Now work it back to midcourt. They'll put it in the hands of Ogle. Ogle takes a three-point shot from the 45 on the low side. Count it for 3. 8-5 now your score. Champions lead by 3 on the Champions end. They'll give it to Lucas Clanton. Clanton tries to answer back with a three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound. McElroy. McElroy to Davis. Davis to Gentry. Gentry from the low corner takes the three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound. Lincoln County. We'll go to the other end. They'll pass it high side. McElroy comes out to apply his pressure. They'll pass it around. Still at midcourt, 2 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. They'll pass it low side. It's stolen by Jackson Davis. He'll go coast to coast, lay it up off the backboard. Count it for 2. 10-5 your score. Champions now up by 5. Falcons on the Falcons end. They'll go low side with it now. Top of the key.
They're
The
going to
pass.
call an illegal screen on number
35.
I believe 35. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like Reese Smith for the Falcons will draw the foul.
Folks,
34.
set that screen.
34.
34.
Carson
okay.
Thompson for the Falcons draws the foul.
Folks, thank you for your patience on the YouTube stream. Got the video back up and running now.
All right, so we're back up on YouTube. Back on the Cascade end. Champions Davis with it. He'll step to the free throw line, take the shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, the Falcons will go to the other end. Looks like number 4, Jack Massey, will go against Lucas Clanton near the Cascade bench. Clanton goes to the floor. The whistle blows. What's the call here, Brian?
Foul's a blocking foul on number 12, Lucas Clinton. That's his first, the team's third.
So it will be Falcon basketball right at the Cascade bench. Whoop, whoop. He went backcourt violation, but they didn't call it. They'll send it back down to the low corner. Bounce pass inside the paint. Send it back out to the three-point shot from the low side. And they will, was it 2 or 3?
That was a 3.
No, it's close. 10-8. Champions lead now cut to 2. Jackson Davis with it. Crosses the timeline. Gets his direction set. He'll go high side to Lucas Clanton. Clanton will drive, spin towards the basket. Almost make it to the paint. Take the jump shot. Shot's no good. Rebound. Falcons will go to the other again. They'll pass it low side corner. They'll take another stab at a three-pointer from the low corner. Shot's no good. Rebound Jackson Davis. Davis is going to bring it up real quickly to Lucas Clanton in the low corner. Clanton takes a three-point shot off the rim. No good. Rebound. Saban Burris fighting for that
Burris
ball.
playing like a man.
Playing like a man down there. With 1 minute on the clock, the whistle blows.
Yes, the foul's going to be called on Lincoln County's number 34.
So Burris got the rebound, and as he was trying to attempt to put it back up, he draws the foul. The foul was against Carson Thompson again. And so Burris will get 2 shots at the line. First shot at the Garrison Valley free throw line connects. Make it 11-8. We'll stick around. Saban will get 1 more. Saban, second shot on its way like butter. 12-8. Champions back up by 4. Falcons with the basketball, getting ready to inbound it on the Cascade end. No pressure from Cascade. They'll inbound it, bring the ball up the court. Across the timeline, they'll go low side, hand it off. Now back to midcourt, now high side. Now back to midcourt, top of the key. They'll take the three-point shot. Shot rattles, no good. Rebound, McElroy for Cascade. McElroy almost throws it away. Davis recovers it, drives straight towards the basket, puts it up for 2. Does his thing. That's what he does, Brian.
That's what he does.
He drives straight towards the basket through the paint, no matter who's there, and makes it work. Back on the Fayetteville end. They'll get it to the baseline from the high side, go across the baseline towards the basket, and put them one up off the backboard. Count it for 2. Score 14-10. 25 seconds on the clock. Davis brings the ball up the court for the Champions. He'll go to McElroy in the middle. Back to Davis. Davis will step back, slow things up. They'll pass it high side to Gulick. Gulick to the baseline to McElroy. McElroy underneath the basket. Has to give it to Burris. Burris takes a shot. Gets his own rebound. He's on the floor trying to come up with it. And no, I don't know who's going to end up with it. We got 4 guys on the floor. Finally, the Falcons pick it up with 1 second left. They'll take a shot just in front of half court. The shot's no good. There's your buzzer. We're at the end of the first quarter. The score, 14-10. It's Cascade Champion basketball right here on the Zinger. We're back in 1 minute.
When the Cascade family needs top-quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around-the-clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Loom from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today. 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
All right, welcome back to Cascade High School. First quarter over. We get ready to start the second. The score 14-10. 8 minutes on the clock. It'll be Lincoln County with the basketball. They'll inbound it from midcourt. At midcourt, they'll go low side with it. Hand it off. Back to midcourt. Still at top of the key. Now they'll go high side outside the arc. Now they'll drive inside the paint, just in front of the free throw line. Pick up the dribble, have to kick it back out outside the arc. Back top of the key. Just not sure, Brian, they've really got a real good game plan here, but they finally find a man open underneath the basket. He'll take the shot. The shot's no good. Jaden Little will fall down on it, give it to Lucas. Lucas Clanton fumbles on the dribble. Goes off his foot, I think.
Yeah, they're going to call the foul, a reaching foul there on Lincoln County's number 2.
That's
Kenny Squires. Cascade will be inbounding the ball, going the length of the floor.
McElroy inbounds it to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court for the Champions. Again, the Champions moving right to left on your radio dial. Davis passes it high side to Gulick. Gulick now to McElroy, dead center. McElroy turns inside the paint, 10, spins, takes a shot. Shot's no good. Little tries to come up with a rebound. He gets tangled up, and the Falcons end up with the basketball. We'll retreat to the other end. Lincoln County crosses the timeline onto their end. 7 minutes now on the clock in the second quarter. They'll pass it high side outside the arc. Clanton will come out, put the pressure on. They'll work their way back to the middle. Step back and reset for the Falcons. Now they'll pass it to the free throw line. Bounce pass right back to him. Turn around, throw it towards the high corner. And they just weren't prepared to receive that pass. The ball goes out of bounds into the stands. And it will be a turnover for the Falcons here, turning it back over to the Champions. McElroy will inbound it for the Champions to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court, crosses the timeline. He'll look like he'll go high side. As he does, he comes back to the middle. The whistle blows. They're going to call a foul here.
They're going to call an illegal screen, this time on Cascade's number 12.
Here we go.
Lucas Clanton. So
Clanton with 2 fouls as we start the second quarter. Lucas will come out, and they will send Gentry in, I believe.
Yes,
so you got
Thomas Gentry, Gaden Gulick on the floor for Cascade.
Yeah. So Falcons with the basketball. They'll pass it around the arc from the middle to the high side. They'll square up, take the three-point shot from the 45 on the high side. Shot's no good. Rebound, McElroy. Cascade goes to the other end. McElroy brings it up on his own this time. Passes high side to Davis. Outside the arc. Ooh. And Davis connects for 3 points. Make it 17-10. Falcons inbound. We'll go back to the other end. Again, Cascade up by 7. A score 17-10 in the second quarter here at Cascade High School. Falcons pass it around the arc. The pass is stolen by Davis. Davis is going to go coast to coast. Puts the shot up. It goes off the backboard. The shot falls good. The whistle blows as he gets pressure from behind. Looks like they're going to count this basket, Brian.
Yes. And the foul is going to be called on Lincoln County's number 31. That's Logan Carter.
And Jackson Davis will have the opportunity for the three-point play. Davis's one and only shot, count it. Make it 20-10. Champions up now by 10 on the Lincoln County end. They'll pass it around the arc. Take it inside. Can't do anything with it. Kick it back out to the low corner, where Lincoln County will answer right back with a three-pointer from the low corner. It's 20-13. Champions bring the ball up the court, cross the timeline. They'll go low to Gentry. Gentry back to Davis. Davis steps back to midcourt, resets. Passes it high side to Gulick. Gulick now to Little. Little who comes at top of the key. He'll pass it low side to Davis. Davis inside to McElroy. McElroy turns and spins.
Boy.
Put his rear end in there and got in there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Put it off the backboard.
Like a man.
Like a man. 22-13. Back on the Lincoln County end. They'll go across the baseline. Pass it to the high side corner. They'll take the three-point shot. Shot's no good. Rebound Davis. Davis throws it all the way down to Gentry. Gentry tries to get McElroy underneath the basket. As he does, the pass is knocked out of bounds.
But he's also going to be fouled as he's pushed in the back by Lincoln County's number 31, Logan Carter.
And that will give Cascade the basketball from the baseline directly underneath their own basket. Davis will line up to inbound it for the Champions.
We now have 16 fouls against Lincoln County. We'll be going to line after this.
Davis inbounds to McElroy. McElroy goes through the paint towards the basket, puts it up off the backboard. Give him 2. 24-13. On the other end, Lincoln County passes around the arc. They'll go low side, now back to the middle. It's number 10, Ogle with it. They'll go low side to Wiseman. Wiseman back to the middle. Passes it inside. They can't do anything with it. They send it back outside the arc. Ogle with it now. High side outside the arc. Back to the middle to Wiseman. Wiseman turns around. He'll go back high side with it. Now they work their way low side. But stolen by Davis again. Davis again, coast to coast. Yeah. It's a repeat show.
His eyes are just all over the place tonight, David. That's about 3 interceptions he's made.
Excellent defense by Jackson Davis. 26-13 your score. Back on the Lincoln County end. They'll go to the high corner, take the three-point shot. The shot's no good. The rebound, 3, 4 guys on the floor, and in the middle of them, guess who?
Guess who?
Thomas Gentry.
Tying the ball up, possession there, going to Cascade.
So
that's
Cascade,
the hustle that we've just come to expect.
Cascade comes out on top there with the effort by Thomas Gentry. It'll be Cascade basketball on the Lincoln County end in front of the Cascade bench. McElroy will inbound it to Davis. Davis brings the ball up, crosses the halfway mark. He'll pass it high side to Gentry. Gentry now to Burris. Burris top of the key, tries to alley-oop it in there to McElroy. The pass is picked off by Lincoln County. Lincoln County turns around, almost loses control of it. They'll find their man in the paint, all down by his lonesome. He'll take the shot. The shot's no good. The rebound, saving Burris. Burris gives it to Gulick. Will go to the other end. Burris gets up and hustles back. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. They give the ball to Burris. Burris tries to drive inside the paint. He knocks Lincoln County, falls to the floor. The whistle blows. They're going to call the foul here.
On saving Burris. I think that was a makeup call there.
Exactly.
As, they did not call the travel on saving Burris as he fell to the floor in the last possession.
3 minutes, 37 seconds on the clock. Champions up by 13, 26-13. Lincoln County brings the ball down the court. Passes low side to Mullins. Mullins cross court to Ogles on the high side. They'll bounce pass it inside. They'll turn, spin, lose control of the basketball, and Burris ends up with it. Burris passes to Davis. Davis goes in the hole. Through the paint. The shot doesn't go, and the whistle blows, and it looks like Jackson Davis will go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul's going to be called on Lincoln County's number 34, Carson Thompson.
That's going to be 3 for him. Davis at the line to shoot his first one. It rattles and falls good. Make it 27-13. Champions in the lead. Davis sticks around, gets one more. I mean, we've got enough to have a quorum here of these school board members tonight, don't we? I'm looking down here. I got Mr. Cookie down here on the left, Brian on the right, Barton on my left. 28.
David, our superintendent is
first row. I'll tell you what, we'll just have a meeting when this is over.
Let's don't do that. I'd rather play basketball.
No, we've had enough.
All right, 28-13 on the scoreboard on the Lincoln County end. They'll pass it around the arc. Ogles with it. He'll take the jump shot inside the arc. Shot's no good. Rebound Thomas Gentry. Gentry gives it to Davis. We'll go to the Cascade end. Davis bounce passes to McElroy all by himself in the paint. McElroy puts it up off the backboard. Count it for 2. 30-13. Ogles with the ball for Lincoln County. Crosses the timeline. 2 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. They'll pass it high side. Now they'll go into the middle. They'll work it into the paint. Answer right back for 2. 30-15 your score. McElroy inbounds to Davis. Davis goes across the halfway mark, passes to Gulick. Gulick on the high side, takes a three-point shot, connects. Jaden Gulick, first bank three. First bank three-pointer, 33-15. Back on the Lincoln County end, they'll pass it around the arc. On the high side with it at the moment to Ogles at the middle. Ogles going to drive inside, take the two-point jump shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, McElroy. McElroy finds Thomas Gentry all down there. Thomas Gentry will go 1-on-2. He'll go towards the basket through the paint, take the shot. The shot's no good, but he'll draw the foul. The foul will be against number... I didn't see the motion there, Brian.
It looked like he said he's going to call that foul on number 13.
Kyle Kelly, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't see a 13 out there.
I don't know that that's right, but 13 for Cascade. Thomas Gentry will be at the line shooting 2. He connects on that first attempt.
I bet it was on number 4 because he just set number 4 down.
Yes.
That was Jack Massey. So Gentry at the line for his second free throw. At the Garrison Valley free throw line, that shot no good. Rebound Lincoln County. We'll go to the other end. 2 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Lincoln County with the basketball. They'll pass it inside. Take the jump shot. Burris matches up and blocks it. Rebound. Davis. Davis going to drive all the way coast to coast. Does his thing. He's crafty. Crafty right through.
It's a full timeout for Lincoln County. Lincoln County's coach is calling his guys over saying, guys, we got to find an answer for Jackson Davis. He has 18 points in this first half.
Wow. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball right here on the Zinger 100.9. We're back in 30.
Planton Pipe and Supply, your corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe supplier. Planton has been selling pipe for over 30 years and carries all types and sizes of corrugated plastic and metal culvert pipe. Special orders are available. If it's made, we can get it. We guarantee quality products and reasonable rates, and you'll always get professional service when you call 931-684-4847 for Planton Pipe and Supply for any pipe and drainage needs. Delivery is available.
All right, welcome back to Cascade High School. Again, timeout on the floor. We're in the second quarter. 1 minute, 54 seconds left. The score 36-15. Real quickly, Barton, I know you want to get in here. How are you?
I am great.
It's good to have you here to join us tonight.
I feel like I'm watching Tennessee football, running a play every 15 to 30 seconds, subbing in everybody that they can. 7 on one, 8 on the other, and let's go.
Welcome to Cascade Basketball.
I love it.
That's exactly the way it is. It's nonstop. So the whistle blows. We'll go back to basketball action. Lincoln County with the basketball. They'll bring the ball up the court, cross the timeline. They'll pass it low side. Now back to the middle. Now work their way to the high side. Now back to the middle. Ogles with it. He'll pass it low side to Mullins. Mullins back to Ogles. Ogles is going to drive towards the basket on the high side to the baseline. Underneath the basket, has to pass it off. Bounce pass. Now they'll kick it out to the three-point line. They'll take a three-point shot. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Saban Burris. Burris, all kinds of rebounds by Saban Burris tonight. Back on the Cascade end. Gulick will pass it high side to Davis. Davis goes back to the top of the key. He'll step back, pass it to the low corner to McElroy. McElroy with plenty of time to square up, take the shot. Shot's no good. Burris goes for the rebound as he tries to get it. It's kicked around, bumped around, and finally goes out of bounds.
And they're going to call a technical foul. The official coming all the way across the floor.
0-0.
They're going to call that. First, the foul was on 0-0. That was the holding foul. And then a technical foul is going to be assessed on number 20, Saban Burris, for, I guess, not letting go soon enough.
No. Really?
Yeah. Wow. So Saban Burris will be at the line to shoot the first free throws that were.
So Burris connects on his first one.
So he's falling down, trying to hold on to the ball.
Second shot by Burris off the back of the rim, no good. Score 37-15. Now we'll go to the other end. Is that right?
Yes, and number 10, Eli Ogle, will be shooting the 2 free throw attempts for Lincoln County as that technical foul was called against Saban Burris.
But Saban kept his cool. That's one thing that he just.
Ogle's first shot counts, make it 37-16. Ogles gets one more on its way. Count it. 37-17. Now, who gets the ball here, Brian?
Lincoln County will get the ball after the technical foul is called. Saban Burris is going to the bench, I believe, to get him a breather. Just been playing so tough.
So Lincoln County will inbound it into the backcourt, bring the ball up the court, cross the timeline. They'll go low side with it. Give it to Ogles outside in the low corner. He'll get double teamed in the corner. Turn around, try to pass it out. He does. Pass it to the top of the key. They'll drive inside, pick up the dribble, hand it off to number 4. Massey's back in the game. He'll go to the paint, through the paint, take it off the backboard, count it for 2. 37-19 your score. Jackson Davis brings the ball up the court for the champions with 40 seconds on the clock. Davis will go low side to the low corner to Thomas Gentry.
Whoa.
Gentry stands up, steps up, takes a three-point shot and connects for 3. It's 40-19. Back on the Lincoln County end. They'll kick it out to the low corner, drive across the baseline, through the paint, have to pass it off. The pass is no good. It deflected into the backcourt. They didn't blow the whistle. I guess it was off a Cascade hand. We'll go back to the Lincoln County end. They'll send it to the low corner, take the shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, Cascade. Davis with it. Davis drives inside just in front of the free throw line, takes a 2-point jump shot, connects for 2. 42-19. Lincoln County with it with the last possession. 1 second, they'll take a shot from half court. Shot's an air ball, no good. We're at halftime at Cascade High School. Cascade leading over the Falcons of Lincoln County by a score of 42-19. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll have halftime discussion right here on 100.9 WZNG. It's Cascade Basketball. We're back in 2 minutes.
On game night, winning is everything. But at First Bank, we know life's big wins happen off the field. Like when you win that amazing heart, when you win your first classroom's respect, or when you win your employees' loyalty, and find the home that wins their smiles. Life's big wins take a bank big on you. Join a team that helps you win not only on game day, but on days you never forget. First Bank, the official bank of TSSAA. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting the job done right on a major construction project takes experienced professionals, the kind you will find when you call Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Like your Cascade basketball squads, Curl hits the ground running while working to get the job done and beating the clock to meet your project deadline. Serving Middle Tennessee's construction and excavation needs for 25 years and still building. Make your project a slam dunk with Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. Call 931-389-6996. CurlConstruction.com. Dig deep and plow, Champion Nation.
Cataldo Auto Repair Service Center in Wartrace is thankful for your loyalty with us over the years. When you need vehicle repair, you need it fast and right the first time. You've proven that cars at 219 Blackman Boulevard East in Wartrace is the place to go. Thanks for trusting their services on all your vehicles time after time. Cars, an excellent alternative to any expensive dealership because their knowledge base and equipment stacks up the same, if not better, than the dealer. Thank you for relying on Cars, proud sponsor of your Cascade Champions on the Zinger.
Are you planning that next big project and thinking how nice it would be if I had a dumpster right there on site? Then call DNR Dumpsters in Shelbyville. DNR Dumpsters provides quality and convenient dumpster rental service for commercial and residential applications. Roll-off dumpsters with prompt delivery, even next-day delivery and hauling available. Call DNR Dumpsters at 931-684-1685. For more information, visit dnrdumpsters.com.
I'm Tucker McGee, and you're listening to Cascade Champion Basketball on the Zinger 100.9 WZNG.
All right, welcome back. It's halftime here at Cascade High School. Again, at halftime, your Cascade Champions lead by a score of 42-19 over the Falcons of Lincoln County. It's been a fast, exciting game. Brian?
You know, David, a very interesting stat so far in this game. Jackson Davis has 20 points. Lincoln County has 19. So, but outside of Jackson Davis, we've got a lot of other scoring from other players. Saban Burris with 5, Thomas Gentry with 6. Lucas Clanton coming out real quiet again. Got 2 fouls and had to come out of this game early. Only has 2 points in this game. Isaac McElroy picking up 6 points. Jaden Gulick with 3.
All right, so there you have it. Again, at halftime, so far it's been Jackson Davis, and a little bit of Saban Burris down here with the rebounds, right?
Yeah, without Saban Burris just playing like a man, pulling down those rebounds, getting the ball back out to Jackson Davis, he would not have the 20 points that he's collected so far in this game.
So we look around the gymnasium, of course, like I said, Barton Williams sitting here with us. All kinds of people that not all. I mean, I see him here regularly, but not all the time, not all at once. But
right.
Lots of people out enjoying some Cascade basketball tonight. Barton, I know we talked just briefly for a moment. Now you got a chance to get you a breather and say hello.
Well, hey everybody, it's great to be here. I enjoy this, And if I'm sitting over here being quiet, it is way too fast to get a little tidbit in edgewise. And I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, man, if they played like this when I was in high school and others were in high school my age, there'd have been a lot more people on the wrestling team because there ain't no way.
It's fast.
We could
very, very fast.
Run up and down the court this fast. I mean, we're in 7-man rotation here with Cascade till Saban had his foul. That put the 8th man in. They were already in the 8th and went to the 9th over here. So me coaching and looking, I'd be like, okay, we're wearing them down even more than what the scoreboard says, and that's what you want them to do. You want them to get in that 10th, 11th man, spread it out where they haven't been playing together. It's going to be even a worse scenario for them, and Cascade is keeping 7 guys, 8 guys that play together all the time, and I mean, when you're this talented, I knew it was good by the way I've been listening to everybody that's been carrying the broadcast here, but to see it just it's mesmerizing.
You know, one thing that to point out, you know, one of the keys to the game were start fast, and number 2 is keep the foot on the gas. I don't know that you could get any faster than Thomas Gentry. Chasing down those dead balls, tying up loose balls. I mean, just all over the place. Hustle is very much there tonight.
What I said in the other break was his line of the ball sight from the ball handler to the other player is unreal. Then his hand-eye coordination, he never stumbles, he never hesitates. When he makes the break, he's gone.
Yes, that's Thomas Gentry.
And I just waved going, hey.
Yep.
So, yeah, you know, another thing I want to bring up, guys, and again, Barton, I'm not sure how much high school basketball you've watched so far this season, but I know you've listened to a lot of it.
I've listened to a lot.
But another thing that's kind of unusual that we're seeing a little bit more often than we have in the past are technicals, Brian.
Yeah.
I bet we've seen a technical almost every game.
Officials trying to get control of these games real early, and you know, I think that's why they've assessed these technicals against some of these teams that we've covered so far. And you know, that would just look like basketball from sitting up here where we were. Saban Burst is tied up against the guy, you know.
Yeah, it didn't look
like
technical worthy, but
No. He was falling out.
Nonetheless, it was assessed to him, you know, and he kept his head about it. Coach Lawson, always cool, calm, and collected. He calls him over there, talks to him about it, and sits him down, says, hey, let's just let you get your cool back before we go back out there and play more.
All right, that's your halftime report built by Curl Construction and Excavating LLC. The Cascade champions make their entrance back to the court to do a little warm-up before we start second half action right here on the Zinger. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take another quick 1-minute timeout. We'll come back to Cascade High School with right after this 1-minute timeout. We're back in 1.
When the Cascade family needs top-quality veterinary care for their furry little friends, or even around-the-clock emergency care for livestock, they turn to the vet they trust like family. Family is exactly what you'll find at the Cascade Veterinary Hospital on Fairfield Pike in Wartrace. Proudly serving the Bedford County area since 1998, Dr. West and his team continue to serve our community by providing impeccable care in a kind and compassionate environment. 931-389-0449. CascadeVetHospital.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Loon from Cascade School. Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and great auto and home insurance rates? Yep, that is Rob Gardner State Farm. So stop shopping around. Rob Gardner State Farm has got you covered. Give Mr. Rob and my mom a call today. 931-685-2080. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Champs!
This is Thomas Gentry, senior guard, and you're listening to your radio home for Cascade Champions basketball. The Zinger 100.9.
All right, welcome back to Cascade as we get ready to start the second half action right here at Cascade High School tonight. Again, the score at halftime, 42-19. Champions lead over the Falcons of Lincoln County. I want to thank our sponsors, Curl Construction, Potato Auto Repair Service, Garrison Valley Farms, First Bank, Cascade Veterinary Hospital, State Farm Agent Rob Garner, DNR Contractors, and DNR Dumpsters. Brian, I think you guys had a DNR dumpster dunk at Huntland the other night.
We did. You know, we thought that was going to kind of be what, you know, started that run for us over there at Huntland, but man, those guys from Huntland, we talked about that. We stirred up the hornet's nest that night. Cascade, an undefeated team, has got a big target on their back. Teams like Huntland, they don't take too kindly you coming over there on their floor and dunking on them. They played lights out.
You know, a big win on the line for tonight. Cascade, if they come out of this thing victorious, will be 10-0. So at the mid-season break, holiday break, to be 10-0, that says a lot. It says a lot about your team, says a lot about your players, says a lot about your coaches. So it's they've got their groove, it's working, and we look forward to seeing these guys continue to keep that groove the remainder of the season.
I'll tell you what I look forward to seeing is Lucas Klein coming out in the second half and just pouring it on.
I think you're right. I think that's what we're going to see too.
He will be a man on a mission, I promise you that.
So 25 seconds before we get started here, as we've seen all kinds of, we've seen the children out here shooting basketball at halftime. We heard some Christmas music. good times out here at Cascade High School tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right, 8 minutes on the clock. We get ready to start back. It's the third quarter. The score, 42-19. We'll start things off with Lincoln County's possession. They'll inbound it at midcourt. They'll pass it around the arc. They'll go low side, now to the middle, top of the key. They'll try to go inside. It's picked off by Jackson Davis. Davis goes 1-on-2 towards the basket, spins in the spins in the paint right around those two guys, puts it off the backboard, counted for two.
Can't stop the crafty. Yes.
44-19. Back on the Lincoln County end. Lincoln County passes around the arc. They'll drive from top of the key towards the basket, through the paint. Answer right back for 2 points off the backboard. Count it for two. 44-21. Burris inbounds to Davis. Davis goes up the length of the court for the champions. Passes it low side corner to Gentry. Gentry bounce pass inside to Clanton. Clanton sends it out high corner to Gulick. Gulick from the high corner with a 3-point shot. Jaden Gulick, 47-21. Back on the Lincoln County end. They'll take a 3-point shot. The shot's blocked by Clanton. Clanton goes 1-on-1 underneath the basket. The shot never makes it to the rim. It's blocked. The whistle blows. Clanton's going to get 2 free throws here at the Garrison Valley Farm free throw line. It's Lucas Clanton for the Cascade champions.
The Lincoln County defender was just not going to let Lucas Clanton get that DNR dumpster dunk. But I tell you what Lucas Clanton did get. He blocked a shot.
He sure
outside
did.
the arc.
He sure did. So Clanton at the line. First shot by Clanton off the back of the rim. No good.
You know what he's thinking about.
Clanton's second shot on its way. This one rattles and does fall good.
And that's
it.
At 7:05 in the third, he's Mr. 1,000.
Lucas Clanton has now scored his 1,000th point in his Cascade champion basketball career. The fans are on their feet.
So Lucas Clanton will stop basketball action for a brief moment, and they will congratulate Lucas on 1,000 points. Pose for a couple pictures. And they've got banners up in the stands. They got banners down with the cheerleaders. And congratulations to Lucas Clanton, 1,000 points, quite the accomplishment. Now back to basketball action. It will be Lincoln County inbounding, bringing it down the court, crossing the timeline. They'll pass it inside the paint. The ball's picked off by Jackson Davis. Davis goes up to the court, goes to the other end of the court, passes to Gentry. Gentry underneath the basket, throws it, turns around, gives it back to Davis. Davis finds Gulick in the high corner. Gulick goes across the baseline, takes the shot. Shot's no good. Rebound, kicks back out to Davis. Davis steps inside the arc, takes the 2-point jump shot. That was moving so fast I couldn't keep up. Davis counts it for two. 50-21. Back on the Lincoln County end. They'll pass it high side, outside the arc, bring it towards the middle. The pass is picked off by Gentry. Gentry takes it coast to coast, turns, spins in the paint, puts it off the backboard. What a move by Thomas Gentry. If you didn't know anybody, you thought that was a Jackson Davis move there. Back on the Lincoln County end. Top of the key. They'll take, nope, they'll pass it around the arc. Now they'll step back to midcourt and reset. The score 52-21. Champions lead this. And Thomas Gentry still putting on the pressure, and eventually the whistle is going to blow, and they're going to call the foul here against on Thomas Gentry. As you know, if Thomas,
that's his first foul. We'll take that all day long.
That's
with the
right.
way he hustles and plays defense.
So it will be Lincoln County basketball. They'll send it into the backcourt, bring the ball up, cross. They'll give it to. They'll find their man underneath the basket. They can't do anything with it. He'll have to send it back out as they do. The whistle blows.
That was the ball was kicked as they were trying to attempt a bounce pass from inside the paint, outside the arc. Lincoln County will be inbounding it underneath their own basket. Nobody playing defense there. Quick basket for Lincoln County.
Make it 52-23. Champions inbound to Davis. Davis brings the ball up the court, crosses the timeline, stays outside the arc. He'll give it to Burris. Burris top of the key. He'll go high side to Thomas Gentry. Gentry bounce passes inside to Clanton. Clanton turns around as he goes out of bounds, trying to save it before he he was playing ball.
Wow. They're going to call this time.
So they're calling a technical on Lucas.
On Lucas Clanton. Wow.
I'll just keep it till you get back. So Lucas playing basketball right there, Brian. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Just giving 110% as he goes out of bounds. He kind of turns around and throws the ball inbounds. And, he did it with some, he did it as what you were going to expect when you're flying through the air. So Lincoln County gets 2 free technical free throws.
He connects on 1 of 2 of those attempts. Lincoln County will be inbounding the ball center court. Score 52-24 Cascade.
Lincoln County will gain the possession again due to the technical. They'll inbound it into the backcourt, bring the ball across, pass it to the low side. They'll work it around the arc. To Ogle.
Lucas Clanton's got to play very, very careful if he wants to stay in this game now for Cascade.
Ogle gets the ball inside the paint, turns and spins in front of the basket, takes a shot, count it for 2, 52-26. Back in the Cascade end, Davis will send it to the low corner to Thomas Gentry, who answers right back with a 3-pointer from the low corner. Back on the Lincoln County end, they'll try to answer back with a 3-pointer. That shot no good. Rebound Thomas Gentry. Gentry gives it to Davis. Davis goes to the Cascade end, drives towards the basket, through the paint, takes the shot. The shot's no good. The whistle blows as the ball is knocked out of bounds as everyone tries to get the rebound there, and it looks like it's going to be Cascade basketball underneath their own basket from the baseline. 4 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock. We're in the third quarter here at Cascade High School. The score 55-26. Davis inbounds to Clanton. Clanton from the 45 on the low side takes a 3-point shot. Shots off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Lincoln County. As they go up, they try to pass it to Ogle. Ogle looks like he's kind of limping. Ogle, is he limping?
Ogle is limping. He may need to come out of this basketball game, but
he's limping.
Not going to do so yet.
He's
the official
limping.
is checking his status now. He said he nods it off.
He's
going to
stay
in here. But
so Cascade will get the basketball on the Lincoln County end on the low side sideline. Burris will inbound it to Davis. Davis will bring it up across the timeline. Find Clanton. Clanton on the baseline drives from the high side towards the basket.
Another foul on Lucas Clanton.
Is that they call it charge?
Yeah, they call it charge. That's now 4 fouls against Lucas Clanton. Playing with a lot of emotion tonight, scoring his 1,000th point, but having to sit down for the majority of this night. Score 55-26. Not the way he wanted to finish this game, obviously, but
back on the Lincoln County end, they'll give it to Ogle. Ogle passes out to Squires. Squires will send it on out to, they'll take a 3-point shot from the high corner on the rebound. McElroy lands the rebound and gets double teamed from the front and behind. The ball gets knocked from his hand and the whistle's going to blow.
Foul's going to be called on Lincoln County as number 00, Jackson Mullins. Cascade will be inbounding the ball, needing to go the length of the floor.
And Lincoln County will put on the full court press at this point. McElroy will inbound to Davis. Davis on the low side of the court, crosses the timeline, picks up his dribble, gets double teamed, tries to pass it as he does.
Oh, a jump ball called. Wow.
I would not have guessed that one.
Guessed that one either. Possession error going to Cascade, so we'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take it. McElroy will inbound it for the champions into the backcourt to Davis. Davis will bring the ball. No, he'll pass it up to Gulick. Gulick at the 3-point line, squares up, takes the shot. Shots off the back of the rim, no good. And Saban Burris hustling to get that basketball, has to 2-foot jump over Little Lawson on the bench down there.
Lands in the first row.
Coach Lawson's son, luckily, I guess Burris saw it coming, so he said, I'll take the shorter of the group there, and he leaps over the Cascade bench, lands in the stands. He's good. He's fine. He's back in the game. It'll be Lincoln County basketball. We'll go to the Lincoln County end. They'll pass it around the arc. Ogle with it now. Steps up to the free throw line. Takes the shot. Count it for 2. 55-28. Champions inbound to Davis. We'll go to the other end. Davis crosses the timeline. Steps inside the arc, turns around, passes out. Gulick on the high side. Gulick will bring it back to midcourt, reset. He'll step back up to the 3-point line. Pass it to the high corner to McElroy. McElroy finds Burris. Burris can't do anything with it. Kicks it out to Thomas Gentry. Gentry will take the 3-point shot from the low side. Shot's no good. Rebound Ogles for Lincoln County. We go to the other end. Ogles takes it all the way to the basket. Takes the shot. Shot's no good. Rebound Burris. Burris finds Gentry all down there by his lonesome. And he'll put it up off the backboard. Count it for 2. On the Lincoln County end, though, he'll send it right back down to their end very quickly. Pass it around the arc. Drive in, kick it back out. Drive in again, kick it back out. Now back at midcourt. Ogle with it, top of the key. Squares up, takes a 3-point shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound. Gentry and Davis get kind of confused on the rebound. The Lincoln County ends up with it. They'll take the shot. Shot's no good, and Jackson Davis comes up with this rebound as the whistle blows.
Yeah, foul's going to be called on number 24. No, I'm sorry, 34.
Well, they got 25.
Only got 25. I don't know. He just keeps calling whatever.
Willie Pack, maybe.
Yeah.
So it'll be Cascade will regain possession here. McElroy will inbound it to Davis. Davis will slowly dribble up across the timeline. He'll pass it high side to Thomas Gentry on the high side sideline. Thomas jumps for it. As he lands, the whistle blows, and they're going to call a foul.
This time on number 4, Jack Massey, as he pushes Thomas Gentry out of bounds.
So it will be McElroy inbounding it for the champions on the high side sideline on the Cascade end. He'll inbound it to Gulick. Gulick back at midcourt, holds the ball. Now he dribbles. He'll pass it low side to Davis. Davis steps up to the three-point line, drives to the free throw line, takes the shot. Shot's no good, off the back of the rim. McElroy almost gets the rebound, but it falls into the hands of Ogle for Lincoln County. We'll go to the other end. Ogles will go to the low corner. They'll dribble from the low corner.
The scoreboard, but you are correct. It's 57-30 until Thomas Gentry connects for another three-pointer.
Davis finds Gentry in the high corner. Gentry takes the shot, count it. 3 points for Gentry. It's 60-30. Champions now up by 30 on the Lincoln County end. They'll dribble inside the paint, take the shot. Shot's no good on the rebound. The whistle blows, and this will be a Cascade foul, I assume, here, Brian.
Yes, the foul's going to be assessed against number 5, Jaden Little. That'll be his first foul tonight.
Lincoln County will inbound it as they do. Jaden's
Little's going to pick up his second foul tonight.
Back-to-back fouls for Jaden Little. You know, we're 30 points ahead here, Brian. It's, I see Little out there.
You can see some frustration out of the Lincoln County team and some guys trying to keep this game going.
Lincoln County will inbound it to Ogle at the top of the key. He'll square up, take a three-point shot, and connect for 3, make it 60-33. Champions inbound it, bring the ball up the court, pass it low side to Gulick. Gulick to Jaden Little in the middle. Little kicks it back out to McElroy in the high corner. McElroy goes across the baseline underneath the basket, jumps up in the air, goes to pass it. As he does, the whistle blows, and they're going to call
a 3-second violation against number 5, Jaden Little. He's coming out of this game it's not his night. Just not his night. 2 fouls and then a 3-second violation, and also didn't close out on a shot that Lincoln County was earlier.
So back on the Lincoln County end, they'll pass it around the arc. They'll go high side with it, now to the middle. Now they'll drive towards the basket, through the paint. Try to take the shot. The shot's blocked by McElroy. The ball goes out of bounds. Completely